Welcome to our latest session of Candlekeep Mysteries. Our group left off in a very dangerous predicament at the end of last session, so we're going to see how tonight goes. Never know. There might be some PC deaths, perhaps even a TPK, but we'll hope that that's not the case. Hopefully the players can come up with some magic in their sleeves and avoid that fate. Unfortunately, Dylan will not be with us here today, so he's normally playing Cedric, so luckily, however, Matt has volunteered to work Cedric in his absence, so Matt will be running both Leopold and Cedric, at least assuming the group can survive this battle, get through this, and then we'll see what we can do about making use of the Mechanist box, perhaps. So, yeah, so that's where we're at. So, recap time. So, you guys will likely recall that we picked up last session with you guys being in Candlekeep. You had received this information from Silveria Savicus, indicating about this the sage that had gone missing. She was researching this book. It was called the Canopic Being. The sage's name was Myastin. You guys found this information and were able to secure teleportation from the outskirts of Candlekeep over to Tal Shuta, which is the country east of on the peninsula of Chult. Once you guys had that magical teleportation take effect, you found yourself in a very different environment where it was sort of like jungle city. So think of a city on the edge of the jungle, a lot of jungle elements even throughout the city. We could see a lot of tropical trees, and you could hear the sound of macaws right on the water. It was very different atmosphere than what you're used to. However, you found yourself pretty close to this large temple, and based on the information you already received from Silveria, you guys decided to head there and find out what you could find out. Outside of this temple, there was a lot of yellow-robed folks who were kind of entering and exiting the temple as you guys were watching. I believe it was Ranvon who went up to one of the individuals and just asked some questions and got, unfortunately, a less than direct answer. It was sort of vague and philosophical type answers, perhaps, but maybe this was what you guys needed to realize that, yeah, you were in the right place. This area that you were looking for, the House of the All-Seeing Orb, was indeed this temple before you. You guys entered inside, found that it was fairly nice inside, and were somewhat directed or found your way to this priestess who was sitting at a desk and seemed to be aware that you were going to be coming. This all kind of lined up with the fact that these folks are supposed to be very potent diviners, so really good with divination magic. The individual in question, Sheer, indicated that she knew you were arriving, but after you guys got to talking with her, she explained that she did not know exactly what you were going to look like. She just knew that there was going to be some folks coming from Candlekeep. You guys asked several questions about Valen and about the book, and it seemed as though Sheer was unfamiliar with the book, the Canopic Being. You guys didn't go into too many details with Sheer about the contents of the book, perhaps wanting not to alarm or worried that maybe even Sheer was involved in this whole nefarious plot. But Sheer did indicate to you guys that she could get you into the demi-plane of where the seer or the diviner, this Valen, was. And you guys asked some more questions. She indicated that Alessia was the seer's assistant and she could assist you. She explained that Alessia actually comes out of the sanctum and acquires supplies and things that are needed by the seer and others inside. She also explained that there was a handful of other people that had visited the sanctum and had yet to return. She indicated that they had been gone for quite some time, several months in fact. You guys inquired if this was odd, and Sheer said, well, you know, if you're coming to study with an expert, likely this training, this studying could go on for a very long time, so it didn't seem particularly odd to her. Brandel asked if he could cast a spell before entering through this area, and Sheer said sure thing. She took you guys to this circle ring that seemed to be a teleportation focus, and Brandel cast his mage armor spell, and then she charged up the teleportation ring and sent you guys on through. Once you arrived, you found yourself in a very strange location, unlike anything I believe any of you guys have ever seen before. Essentially, it is an entire building made out of crystal. You can see through the walls, and outside of the walls, you're looking almost what we would consider deep space. So black with stars in the distance. Occasionally, you even spotted some movement outside, this like black smoke that you it thought perhaps was some type of a very exotic alien life form, perhaps. The walls and the floors and the ceiling all made of crystal. They seem to have eyes embedded in them that follow you wherever you go. Because of the translucent nature of these crystal walls, you can actually see through them to a degree, but not so clearly that you can just see everything everywhere. But even the doors, which are made of this crystal, you can actually see through a short distance, 10 feet or so, before the view gets a little bit too obscure for you to see any farther to make out any real details. Once you guys arrived, you were able to see a yellow-robed figure standing just on the other side of the door. You guys took a moment to get your bearings, headed to the door, opened it, and were met with Alessia. And Alessia explained to you that you were in the sanctum now. You guys asked Alessia several questions. The sum and substance of that was the sanctum serves as a sort of trial for those that want to seek the wisdom of Valen. And you guys indicated if these asked if these trials or these challenges could be deadly, and she said yes, but she presumed that based on the fact that you guys were looking for somebody so important that likely you were capable in your own right, which you guys agreed was the case. You guys then asked her how to get to Valen, what would be the best way to go. Again, she kind of danced around this a little bit, and then I believe it was Ranvan asked the specific question, which way would you go? And she said, I would go north. And you guys said, okay, great. And then she excused herself, made her way back to her quarters, let you guys know if you needed her assistance, you could find her there in her quarters. You guys then decided after she was out of earshot, I believe it was Leopold who suggested, let's not do anything they tell us, being that these are diviners, we want to seem very unpredictable to try to avoid magical detection or foretelling of your actions. So you guys decided to go east instead. Going east, you've traveled down this a little bit longer of a hallway. Lexi was able to spot this large mirror on the other side of the room. As she entered, along with, I think Del barely entered, and then I want to say, who was the third person that entered? Was it Ranvan? Can't recall off the top of my head, but I know at least 3 of you guys were in the room. 2 of you, unfortunately, suffering the ill effects from this distorted view as all these mirrors cascading images as you're trying to move about the room. It's very disorienting, and you found yourself bumping into these mirrors, and in doing so, suffering some psychic damage. A couple of you, it was a bit difficult to head back. Actually, I believe it was Leopold who was taking the damage, but eventually you guys were able to make it back. Del was able to guide you guys and sort of keep calling out. You tried to do what you could to get back, and you did make it back, suffering some wounds, but with nothing obvious of interest in that room other than this obviously danger. You decided not to risk that way, instead head back and go north as Alessia originally suggested. When you headed back to the north, you found yourself in a larger room with a dais. The dais was made again of this crystal material. Embedded inside this crystal dais, you notice the hilt of a sword. You guys inspected this for quite a while, being curious as to what the setup was here. The thoughts from Alessia about trials and challenges fresh in your mind. Eventually, I believe it was Ranvan who put his hand on the dais, and this seemed to conjure 2 genies from the ceiling as they suddenly appeared, manifested there, and engaged your group in combat. They were able to hit you guys, some of you, with a massive wallop with their mauls, particularly Brandel, who learned, much to his dismay, that teleportation magic, at least Misty Step, certainly does not seem to work in here, as he attempted to do so using a very tried and true trick to get away from enemies, and it simply failed. The group continued battling on with these genies. Eventually, Brandel was actually knocked to the ground with 2 failed death saves on the edge of death before Lexi was able to sneak over there and feed to him one of the tree sap potions you guys had received from the Dryads, and this restored Brandel some life force and, more importantly, prevented him from dying. You guys were eventually able to dispatch the genies at that point. Made your way to the west then, following up these long crystal corridors. You also decided to do a couple tests here. You tried to cast the rope trick spell, but it was Cedric that attempted that. Unfortunately, this seemed to be not able to work, as Cedric had mused that perhaps that this area was warded against teleportation and extra-dimensional travel, and based on that guess, it seemed as though he was accurate as he made his way down those crystal corridors. And the whole group, I should say, made their way down the crystal corridors and eventually found a set of double doors to the west. Again, looking through these double doors, seeing that little bit of distance, you saw some like black smoke. Just before you had arrived there, through the crystal walls themselves, out in space, you saw this smoky figure seem to move through and look like it was getting ready to smash right into the crystal walls, but no effect at all when it hit. It just suddenly vanished as though it was dispersed by hitting into this crystal wall, and you didn't feel anything, no physical reaction to that. It was a very curious set of circumstances, but you guys made your way to those double doors. A long debate here about should we open these doors, does it make sense, should we keep going? Eventually you guys decided, let's just open these doors and see what's inside. Once you did, you found that there was this obscuring mist inside. It was sort of like a heavy steam that was dark in nature, and you guys kind of were curious about this. Looking into this mist, you saw a pair of glowing eyes, and eventually a voice called out to you. And after a bit more prodding and asking of questions, it turned out that this was a construct of some type, and the voice that was speaking out to you was Valen herself. And she explained that she called these constructs units. She said this unit could lead you to speak to her if you wished. You guys asked a lot of roundabout questions. She was being very passive-aggressive in her answers towards Brandel, sort of demeaning his own divination abilities and exalting in her own divination abilities, explaining how he was simply not up to her level and not quite capable enough and not worthy really even of her attention. You guys also decided to inspect this room itself. It was like a scrying pool inside. It was hard to say exactly what it was. There was runes etched on the sides, and it seemed as though the unit here with Valen speaking once again, sort of just throwing out some insults here and there towards Brandel, though very couched to not to be overly offensive, but more or less just try to dig and dig and dig upon Brandel's confidence, perhaps. Eventually, you guys decided to agree with Valen and allow the unit to lead you over to the larger room, and the unit did just that, heading back the way you guys had come and taking you back to the set of doors in the room with the dais. You guys also, doing a little bit backtrack, you did a quick short rest here after that battle with the genies because you had suffered some wounds, and also noticed that the dais reformed at that time. So you were able to, after defeating the genies, collect that Sunblade, and I believe it was Dell that attuned to that here. But yeah, so eventually you guys made your way back to those crystal doors in the room with the dais, headed north through another set of crystal doors, found yourself in a very large room that is kind of oddly apportioned. There's a ledge that goes around this room, and then there is a incredibly steep incredibly steep ramp on either the north or the south side of this room that lead down into this sunken floor area. Geometrically, we determined that the ramp would almost have to be nearly vertical, but well, we gave the map designers a little break here and just assumed that, yeah, it makes sense. You can walk down. There's no hindrance to walking down, but yeah, certainly if you were pushed or fell or even decided to just slide, you certainly would do so. As you guys made your way down to the sunken layer or sunken floor, most of you did. Cedric seemed to remain up top of the ledge. He was a little bit skeptical of this whole scenario, and as the unit took you guys to this sarcophagus in the center of the sunken floor and said that Valen was inside it, go ahead and open it to speak with her, he was feeling very suspicious at this point in time, and eventually his spidey sense, you might say, perked in the back of his neck, and he realized something was amiss here. As he shouted for all of you to return back up to the top, this is when the units engaged you guys in combat. So we're in the middle of that combat now. These enemies have proven to be quite dangerous, dealing out significant damage, and yeah, giving you guys certainly a run for your money. So that is where we left off. We've got some active spells going on in combat right now, and I believe we're at the top of round 3. Is there anything I missed here in the recap that anybody would like to add?
Cedric and Lexi have a plan to steal dope from the divination people when all this is over. Absolutely.
How could we forget that? So yeah, back in the House of the All-Seeing Orb, the woman Sheer had explained to the group that they actually use, and I think Lexi specifically asked this question, was there any kind of mind-altering substance that was used to expand the vision? And Sheer indicated that yes, there was. And Lexi and Cedric kind of beat around the bush here, trying to get more and more information. And it sounds like there might be a little heist here in the future if the group survives. But yes, great addition. Go ahead and take inspiration, Lexi. All right. Any other additions?
Survive to get that dope too.
Say that again, Leopold.
We're gonna survive to get that dope too.
Excellent. All right. I like the determination. All right, if there's nothing else to add to our recap, as usual, we'll go ahead and award inspiration to Brandel and Lexi, who just got it on her own, but for another great entry into Brandel's journal, and he ominously titled this his last entry in the journal, so hope that doesn't come true. But yeah, let's get everybody over to our player screen here and pick up our battle. All right, we find ourselves back in the middle area here. I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit more up-tempo music as we are in the middle of a combat here. Appropriately named track Crisis. All right, and we are at the top of the round with Cedric, who again is being played by Leopold. Go ahead and take it away, Leopold.
I just spent, well, almost the whole recap frantically reading through Cedric's
I don't envy anybody trying to pick up a 13th level character from scratch and just run it, but hey, I appreciate you willing to take that one for the team.
I think, in this instance, it's going to be fairly simple. He's going to run up here. I don't remember if he managed to do a favored foe thing on the creature that we were hitting. He might not have. Either way.
I don't believe he's even tried that. If I remember correctly on his sheet real quick, I think he had all of his uses still.
Okay. Oh, yep, you're right. Well, we're going to try that with the guy that seems to be slightly wounded. And we're going to take some longbow attacks at that person. So, I got to hit him first. So let's see if we hit him. Longbow, going right there.
The first arrow will indeed connect.
Awesome. Okay, here comes the damage. 14.
So that first one's favored foe. Do you have to use some kind of action to apply that? I always forget on that one.
Let me post it. When you hit, you can call on bond. It's basically a different version of Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so you're going to burn a usage of favored foe in order to apply this damage and then mark him that.
Right, and then I believe he is marked for a minute.
And then you're considered concentrating, so I think he's currently got Summon Beast with his animal. Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh man, I totally forgot that thing was down there.
That's like I say, you're picking this up from scratch. I'm gonna be real lenient on any kind of retcon, real quick retcons as necessary. Do you want to keep that favored foe and keep the beast, or do you want to drop the favored foe?
I kind of feel like the beast was not really doing anything.
Fair enough, absolutely, yeah, that's.
I think that might have been like his highest level spell, though.
Oh,
I'm going to look up on the beast.
I don't know. It's a second level spell, so it's not even that big a deal. It's fine.
All right, so as you begin concentrating on favored foe, that summoned beast will wink out of existence.
I hope I didn't just doom us by getting rid of our eagle friend. So he'll attack again with the longbow with a second attack.
Yeah, second attack will connect as well.
Awesome. Now, is favored foe once a turn or on each of your turns?
The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favored enemy.
That's it. Okay. Turn that off. Here we go.
All right, second arrow crashes into the creature, wounding it again.
And I think he'll just take a step back out of the way. That is Cedric's turn.
All right, move to Lexi, who, memory serves, is 30 feet down the ramp from the top at the moment.
Okay, and how far down is Brandel from Lexi?
Brandel's barely on the ramp, so he would be like 40 feet away from you at the moment.
Awesome. Then I'm gonna rage.
Okay. All right, you are suddenly surrounded by multicolored protective lights.
All right. And I'm gonna hurl a javelin at that guy.
Okay, this will be at disadvantage due to the distance.
Alright.
Yes, unfortunately, the javelin will not connect as it sails wide.
Okay, and then I'm going to Run. If I run up next to Cedric, is that
So it will take you 30 feet to get here, Lexi, and then you're all the way at the top. And then from there, you can, so if you want to move an additional, so it looks like you've moved 35 to get where you're at the moment.
all right? I'll stand right there. Thank you.
Sure thing. All right, Leopold, 60 feet in the air, if I recall.
Yes. And I'm going to drop down 30 feet.
Okay, so you're now at the 30-foot mark. So just to keep this clear, I'm going to put 2 dots on you with a 3-0, just so we know exactly what height you're at.
Is there a special DM thing to do that, or have I just not figured it out yet?
If you when you open the little custom token markers, if you highlight your mouse pointer on it and then hit a number on your keyboard, it will apply the marker and the number at the same time.
Amazing. I will update it then, now that I know how to do that.
Perfect.
That's really cool. Okay, so down to 30 feet. I'm going to look at Dell, and I'm going to shoot my crossbow at him to haste him. A small dart just snicks into the side of your neck, Dell, and it pumps you full of a bunch of adrenaline.
So this is casting the haste spell, though, right?
Right.
Right.
That's my flavor.
Leopold, as you cast the haste spell, firing your arrow towards Dell in order to bless him with this effect, you notice your arrow suddenly diverts, striking into the unit to your southeast, who suddenly speeds up as though under the effects of a haste spell.
Which one was it?
The one to your southeast.
Well, okay, well, I'll drop concentration on it. He's stunned for a round.
As you realize after you hit him with this, you are actually not concentrating.
Damn it, Adam. Well, I guess I'm not doing that then. I guess bonus action. Silver's going to run back into this quagmire here and then stand next to Ranvan. And she's actually going to stand right here, and she's going to attack the guy to the north.
Hey, Adam, does he have a red dot because he's blinded from the that effect that Dell did?
No, he has a red dot because as part of a critical effect, he now has disadvantage on con saves until he completes a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, Silver can go ahead and make an attack on the wounded one.
There we go.
Silver's jaws snap just short of the creature, unable to connect.
That's too bad. I think that's all I've got. Yep.
All right, this one's turn. He's going to slide over into the space just made for him there by Silver, and he is going to attack out at Ranvan. So
Disadvantage on one.
All right, so the first one will be at disadvantage. So Ranvan, go ahead and roll your defensive roll, and you'll get advantage on this strike. Yes, that'll certainly miss. He then follows it up with a second slam towards you. Go ahead and make another defensive roll. This one, unfortunately, will get through your defenses as it slams into you for 37 points of force damage. Then we move to Brandal's turn.
All right. Movement, Adam. I'm gonna move up the ramp. I don't know, my 30 maybe puts me here or something like that.
Yep, okay, we can say that. So I believe you're 60 up the ramp. You got 40 more to get to the top.
Okay. Seeing Ranvan, where he's at, and some more turns ahead. I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary here, Ranvan. I'm gonna say, Ranvan, don't fight it! And I'm gonna cast Telekinesis on Ranvan.
Okay, so you're trying to affect Ranvan with telekinesis. So let's see, your range is 60 feet. You're currently 60 feet up in the air, or up on the ramp, right? So I think you're actually going to be a little bit too far away to affect him with this spell.
Do I need to do it first before I move?
That would put you at, so you were at 30 feet up the ramp, so it'd be 30 feet plus the distance. That would be, yeah, right there. Technically, you could do it at 55.
All right, I'll just do that before I move then. Yep.
All right, so you cast telekinesis on Ranvan from the base of the ramp. Ranvan, are you resisting this effect?
I'll say, I'm not going to read that. I'll say no, because Brando told me not to.
All right, fair enough. So you can assume he has failed, and what are you trying to do with the telekinesis part?
I'm going to move him 30 feet straight up in the air. I can move him 30 feet at a time. I'm going to get you out of there. No, you're going to technically be restrained, but you can still take actions. Your attacks will be at disadvantage, and attacks against you will have advantage. But I don't see much... I don't know. So I'm going to move you up. You can still cast spells and take actions, though.
All right, so
Sorry,
he is...
do these things stand like 30 feet tall?
No. They're about, I want to say they're a little bit over the 10-foot tall mark.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you are hoisted suddenly 30 feet up in the air where you float and almost spin around very slowly. As you find your movement severely hampered, you are considered restrained.
All right, then I'm going to move there. I hope this is the right move. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not Ranvan, but you look pretty bad. Okay, end my turn.
All right, we'll move to Dell's turn.
All right. So can't do that. All right. Well, that changes things. So if I move around, nope. You said this one with the red dot has disadvantage on con saves, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay. So I suppose I will bonus action Shield of Faith.
All right, and remind me, is your Hadar thing, that's concentration also, so that'll go away?
Yeah, so that drops, yep.
All right, so that ring of dark tentacles vanishes as you give yourself some additional protection in the form of Shield of Faith.
All right, so that helps my AC, and I'm gonna strike out at this one.
All right, go ahead and make your attack. Yes, your staff smacks in solidly to the construct.
All right, I am pumping 3 charges of my staff, and let's see here, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 3rd level or a 4th level smite, so that would be 5 die, right?
That sounds right. Yeah, so these guys are not undead or fiends, yep. All right, your strike hits solidly, hitting him very hard and wounding him badly.
All right, strike again.
All right, you flash out with a second strike. This one will connect as well.
All right, I have 1 charge left on my staff, so I'm not going to use that. But I am going to pump another 4th level smite into this, which will be my last 4th level.
Okay. All right, once again, you hit him very hard. You can see all of this spider line crack down this glass or ceramic-like body of it. It looks like another minor hit would shatter this construct.
Okay. Ranvan's in the air. Silver's between them. I know it'll provoke, but I'm going to try to move around this guy.
All right, you will actually suffer 2 opportunity attacks here, so I'll need 2 defensive rolls.
Hey, Adam, I think when I did the recap, initiative number 5, the red dot, didn't he react and hit Ranvan when he left? Because he said he was checkmate, and then he said, I'm going to try to move here and see what happens, if I remember in the recap.
No, if you remember, Ranvan was like, I can't move here, I can't move here, I can't, oh wait, I can move right here. So he picked the one spot he could move where nobody could get him.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that was the
2 defensive rolls.
roll.
Yep, please, yeah. All right, so on the first strike, yes, you managed to evade this, narrowly sliding by. Second one, same deal, getting out of the way.
Okay. They have 10-foot reach then, so I'm going to slide back 5 more feet for my full movement.
Okay.
And successful turn.
I would say so, yes. All right, you're going to notice the very quick-moving construct now is going to lash out at you here, Del, 3 times as it just swings very, very quickly. So I will need 3 different defensive rolls. All right, so the first one and the third one will both connect as he manages to get through your defenses, even with Shield of Faith. For a total of 45 points of force damage, or no, 43 points of force damage. That'll be 2 separate applications, so apply the 19 and the 24. 2 separate con saves there to see if you maintain concentration. All right, maintain it on the first one. And maintain it on the second one. Good deal. All right, so that's his 3 attacks. We then move to this guy. All right, what you're going to notice with this one is he sort of braces up as you notice his body actually beginning to reconfigure. And then we move to Ranvan.
Okay, restrained, I can still cast spells, right?
You can. You're just considered restrained. So if you're making any kind of a spell attack, then it would be at disadvantage.
No, I'm going to cast heal. Oh, that just immediately spent it. Why did that not ask me what spell level to put that at?
I'm not sure. What level did you want to spend it at?
I wanted to do 7, so I'm going to click down 7 and click up 10. So it's the 70 plus 10.
And you're targeting yourself with this?
Correct.
As you target yourself with this heal spell, you notice your heal spell instead goes to the very badly injured construct who looks quite refreshed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what I'm scanning my sheet here for. I'm looking for something that's not on here. I think that might be me. That's my action.
All right, so you guys notice in horror as this very potent heal spell restores the nearly destroyed construct, very effectively so. I'll move this guy, move to the top of the round with Cedric.
He's going to step back out past Lexi. Do his.
Oh, wait, real quick. We're potions. We're taking a potion an action or bonus action?
It is an action.
Okay, damn it.
Longbow to the not as wounded one.
First attack connects. That arrow punctures in.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Nice. Second one will be a crit. Go ahead and roll that crit.
Yeah, what? Where's my thing? Here we go. Come on.
Unfortunately, just a standard crit.
So that's 14 damage.
Or I'm sorry, not a crit, just a standard hit, I should have said.
Yeah. 14 to him. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else going on here, so we're just ducking back.
Okay, move to Lexi's turn, who's 100 feet up that ramp at the ledge level.
Which one did you just hit, Leo?
Cedric hit the red dot.
Okay. I thought you said like the not as injured one, and I was like,
oh,
neither
no.
of the two front ones lost any damage. Okay.
No.
Then I'm gonna target that one as well, again with the javelin.
All right, you pull a javelin off your side, throw it that long distance, but unfortunately does not connect.
All right. Bonus. All right. I'll end it.
Okay, Leopold at the 30-foot in the air mark.
Well, since it seems like all of our things that we try and do to help end up backfiring, I guess I'm going to instead just shoot this son of a bitch. Regular attacks on him.
Red dotted one?
Red dot.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make your attacks. First one manages to connect.
Good. Let's see, 30 feet. Let me just look at one thing real quick. I think I can. Where's my? I'm trying to remember if I can arcane jolt from my position or from. Let's see. Either hit a target. Or steel defender hits a target. Channel through strike. I choose one creature or object you can see within 30 feet of the target. So would I be able to hit Ranvon with healing Arcane Jolt from where he's at?
Yeah, because he diagonally would be 30 feet up.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out if like everything beneficial is now going to go back to them. So 11 healing to Ranvon. I guess that worked.
No effect you see from the creatures around you. It works as normal.
Okay. So 11 healing for Ranvon. Now another crossbow attack to the creature. To red dot.
Unfortunately, this bolt will miss.
Okay, then Leo's gonna move up another 30 feet in the air. I'll fix that momentarily, and Silver is going to take a bite.
At the red dotted one?
Red dot.
Yes, those jaws will snap down, wounding the unit.
And she's going to she's gonna book it and probably take a bunch of opportunity attacks.
She will take a couple. Yes, I'll need 2 defensive rolls.
Oh wait, have they already used theirs?
No.
From hitting Dell?
Nope, they've gotten their turns back since Dell moved.
Oh yes. All right. I didn't see. I thought Dell was after them for some reason. Okay. Well,
Wait, it's only 2 though, right? No,
Yep,
no. I guess
2.
it would.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
two.
2. Unfortunately, both of these will connect on silver. Silver's AC. You know what? I actually don't think that that's working properly for silver. What's silver's AC?
Oh,
Because silver's
should
an
be
NPC, so that'll be calculated a little bit differently.
15.
15.
This is
Okay, so I'm going to add 4 to each of those, but unfortunately, those will still both connect. All right, so 2 slams smashing down on silver. So that's going to be 61 points of force damage.
Amazing. That is my turn.
All right, this one's turn. It is going to step around down to here, underneath where Leopold is, and attack Dell. So Dell, I will need 2 defensive rolls as the creature punches out at you twice.
All right.
The first one you manage to evade. However, the second one gets through your defenses, slamming into you for 30 points of force damage. All right, you managed to maintain concentration on that as we move to Brandal's turn.
All right. So, Ramon's 30 feet up. Where's the 30-foot mark I could place him down? Is it about where I am?
Just to your right, I would say. So, again, remember that ramp's 100-foot ascend from bottom all the way to the top. So, as really rough guess, assume it's like 30, 60, 90, all the way to the top kind of thing.
Okay, let's see. Then next. Okay. Yeah, I want to put him 30 feet on the ramp.
What is the limitation to your spell? How far can you move him?
Oh shoot! It's Brandel. He can move him wherever he wants. I think it's 30 feet in any direction. Yep.
30 feet in any direction. Okay, so I would say, yeah, you could get him to here, I would say. So that will be, he's at the 30 feet off the ground mark. So basically his feet would be dangling just above the ramp.
All right, and I'm 60 feet, right? So 60 feet within my range. When I cast it, it's at 60 feet. So, I mean...
So right now you're 60 feet up. So if you're trying to aim straight down, if they're further away from you than like 10 feet, you're going to have to add that distance onto the 60 feet. So what is it you're trying to do? We'll just do a quick adjudication.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I wonder if I want to switch my telekinesis because I'm extended the movement with Ranvon. I want to see if I can put it on. I'm trying to put it on Dell. I can't, but I was thinking, what about what about the red dot guy? But I don't think I could reach him. So I'm gonna have to run to the top. I'm gonna stay concentrating on Ranvon. I'm gonna move up to the top. Do I make it to the top with 30 feet?
You were at the 60 feet mark, so now you're at the 90 feet mark. So let's put you one back and say you got 10 more feet to get up to the top.
Okay, so action was to move Ranvon. Movement, bonus action. Shoot, why can't I pull Ranvon 5 feet towards me? Alright, yeah, try that. You're gonna resist Ranvon? You're restrained.
Well, you've already... Oh, you're saying with your other telekinetic ability.
Yeah, bonus connect. So now I'm pulling him towards my bonus action.
So it won't move him the actual 5 foot square again visibly, because as a reminder, that's like 30 feet distance technically going up the ramp. But yeah, if you want to not resist, we can call it 25 to get up to the next space then, Ranvon.
Okay.
I'm just concerned about this guy's pretty good movement, and I'm worried about make sure he's high enough from any attacks from our red dot.
He would be
boy.
like 35 feet from the sunken floor at this point.
All right. Well, it's the extent that I can do, so it is what it is. All right. Thanks.
All right, we'll move to Dell.
Okay. Fifth level fireball.
5th level fireball. Okay, where would you like to cast that? Go ahead and drag that on. Yeah, so actually we've got the only thing I'm worried about is if you might hit Leo, even though he's in the air, 20-foot radius. So let's put it somewhere where it doesn't cover Leo's token. But yeah, you should. Yeah, I think that'll work. Feel free to put it where you like.
Leo's 60, right?
Yeah,
I mean, mechanically he's 60 feet in the air, but the script's not smart enough to know that. Yeah, worst case scenario, Leo will just say like, "Hey, back up if you have to."
Yeah.
Yeah. So my goal is to hit all 3 of them while missing Silver and myself.
I think you're gonna have to move it.
Right? Do you want to just move Leo out of the way so it doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. I think you're gonna have to move it 1 down, but I'm not sure if that will hit Silver. I don't think it'll hit you for sure, but it might hit Silver at that point. But so yeah, go ahead and do that. Move it 1. So I don't. Yeah. So I can't tell if that's gonna hit Silver or not. If it does, we'll just refund her HP.
I just see like a quarter sliver on her token, so that should be more than 50% for the other 2.
Yep, I think you're good. So you can go ahead and roll that.
And then I roll it through my sheet.
Nope. If you click on that little token on the screen, you should see an option for trigger all as a token action. All right. Yeah. So unfortunately, it did hit her. So go ahead and refund that HP back, Leo. Okay. So as that explodes, let me take a quick peek. Yeah, no, that looks like it worked perfectly as expected. So it explodes. You're going to notice all 3 of them, unfortunately, succeed on that save, and they will suffer half damage.
All right. So then that's my action. Cast a spell. Bonus action. Don't have a bonus action. So I guess I will. So there's 10, and then.
So as you step to there, the only one that has not taken its reaction yet was this one, and now you've gotten out of his reach, so he will take an opportunity attack against you. Go ahead and make a defensive roll. That is going to get through your defenses, and you still have Shield of Faith on, right?
I do, 22 AC.
I think that's actually going to save you. Let me double check real quick. I don't think haste gives a plus to hit, does it?
Nope.
It does not. So yeah, no, you are with Shield of Faith. You will feel your shield absorb that strike as you suffer no damage.
So is that 15 or 20 feet if I was next to Silver?
That's just 10 right now. If you're next to Silver, it looks like you've just moved 10 feet. Now again, when you're moving up this ramp, each of these squares, is 30 exactly.
So I'll need 10 to get to the next.
Correct. Yep. Okay. You're 10 short of being on the next square. So technically, you would be 20 feet up the ramp.
20 feet up the ramp. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure thing. All right, we move to this one's turn, who is very quick. He will first start by punching Silver, so I'll need a defensive roll from her. And fortunately, that will be a crit against her. So go ahead and roll a crit on her. This will be a force crit, Leopold. All right, this is a true crit.
Unless you roll ones, I don't think that she's going to make it.
No, I'm more worried about can she be completely destroyed.
Oh, no, I don't think so. There's several things about. Basically, let's see here. There's nothing about. No, nothing about any. If you do more damage than her HP. Where is it? Damn. There.
So so either way, it wouldn't do that like it would for a PC. So yeah, but 54 will certainly drop her. After it drops her, you're going to notice it sort of punches really quick with that right hand, and then it brings up the left hand, and you're going to see 2 crystal darts fly out of its hand towards you, Leo. And I will need 2 defensive rolls from you.
I have a feeling we're going to shield on these.
Sure, yeah. Remember, you can certainly decide that after you roll.
These things are intense. I'll just shield anyway because I got plenty of spell slots at this point.
Okay, burn your shield slot, and you are not struck by either of these darts. So Silver will be down, so I'm going to go ahead and put the little X on her. And let's see, then he can move, so he will move to here. Alright, this guy's turn. He is going to move over to here, and he is also going to shoot 2 darts up at... actually, I think he will move just a little bit further, and he's going to shoot his 2 darts at Dell. So Dell, I'll need 2 defensive rolls from you, please. Alright, first dart manages to connect. As it hits on you, it explodes in force damage, dealing 17 points. Alright, move to Ranvan, who's still restrained.
Okay, are any of these guys within 60 feet of me with the ramp distance?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame. With restraint, can I move at all?
No.
What's the save for telekinesis? Or can I yell at Brandel to drop concentration on my turn?
You can, yeah. Dropping concentration is a free action if you chose to do that.
Brandel, let me go!
Okay, and then if I do add him on my turn, I just need to switch my telekinesis. I don't lose that casting.
No,
right?
if you stop concentrating, you lose that casting.
Yeah, he's restrained until the end of your next turn.
Well, I'll Ranvan, I'll lose the spell, and you get 1 word response to do it or not.
Okay, don't do it then. I will cast. I'm either about to ruin us, or I think I might have figured it out. I'm gonna try and cast Cure Wounds on myself at level 3.
As you cast Cure Wounds on yourself at level 3, the spell is redirected to the unit to your northwest. You can go ahead and post how much it heals.
It's a touch spell, is it really?
It is, yes.
Well, I haven't figured it out and have ruined us.
Unless it damages him, right? No, darn it.
It seems to make him look more whole.
Well, then I have no idea how this works.
Haha,
Okay,
that's half the point of mechanics.
Okay, boy. I will do Harness Divine Power for my other Channel Divinity slot. That'll be my turn.
Bonus action, sure, okay. We move
So
to...
I'm gonna... Maybe I could fireball all of us, and it would kill them.
You could certainly try if you think that's how you've got it figured out, but yeah, top of the round, Cedric.
He's going to pop over here. He's going to pull out his longbow. He's going to fire at Red Dot.
Yes, first strike will connect.
He's going to fire again at Red Dot.
All right, second shot at Red Dot. That certainly will connect. All right, second arrow strikes into him once again. He's looking very badly wounded.
Wish I had a little bit more, but that's okay. Okay, moving back out of the way. That is Cedric.
All right, Lexi's turn.
Okay. Lexi will move. Like 20 feet this way? Is that more? Like, how far away is this guy?
From where you're standing right now, you're 100 feet up on this ledge, so you're having to actually peer over the side of the ledge to see him. He would be like 90 feet below you based on his approximate 10-foot height.
And these guys are further?
Yes.
Alright. I guess I'll just try to hurl a javelin at the 90-foot guy.
All right, you throw down at Mr. Speedy, and you manage to connect as the javelin strikes into him. Yes, and that certainly seems to wound him.
I'm shocked. Okay. Yeah, I got one, guys!
All right, move to Leopold's turn.
You guys remember who was the Bugs Bunny guy that had the guns and was always
Elmer
like,
Fudd?
Yosemite
No,
Sam.
Yosemite Sam, where he's just like mumbling under his breath, friggin' chicken bat, that's pretty much what Leo's doing at this point. He's gonna start firing at Mr. Red Dot. Regular attacks.
First one misses. Second one does manage to connect.
I don't
He
have.
is looking tantalizingly close to being destroyed.
Yeah, I bet he does. I don't think I got a good bonus action at this moment. I'm going to dart up another 30 feet to 90 feet total in the air. How? I know we're at 100 or so feet where this platform is. How much further up does the room itself go?
Oh, from between the ledge and the ceiling?
Yeah.
I believe it was about 30 more feet.
Okay.
I'll get a clarification on that for you, but yeah, we can go with that for now.
Okay. We're not quite there yet, but I'll dart up 90 to 90. And I guess that's my turn.
All right, we move to this guy's turn. He is going to slide around to here, and that is 15. He will climb up the side of the ramp here, so he's within 10 feet of you, Del, and he is going to try to smash into you. So I will need 2 defensive rolls, please. All right, you've got that Shield of Faith still, so that first one will miss as it strikes into your Shield of Faith. Unfortunately, the second one manages to get through those defenses, dealing 26 points of force damage. With this, we see Del drop to the ground and begin to slide down that ramp as he suddenly slides to the back. And we move to Brandal's turn.
So I think last session, or in Avernus, I was not able to telekinesically pull a dead body, right, or an unconscious body. It said creatures. Is that the ruling?
No, I don't believe so. If it says they have to be willing, then you can't. If you're unconscious, you obviously can't be willing. Unconscious creatures are still considered creatures, but corpses are considered objects.
All right. Let's see. Either way, I gotta think about the movement now. So I'm gonna move here. I'm sure is that like 10 feet or something to run up the ramp?
You needed 10 more feet to get to the very top, so I think 10 feet gets you there. Now you're at the very top.
That was the start of that's where I started.
Right, but I think we said you still had 10 feet to get to the top,
oh,
right?
Yeah, okay, so I'm at the 10.
Now
okay.
you're at the precipice.
All right, so 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm still at the top, right?
Yes.
And it's 100 feet down. I'm not able to telekinetically even change my spell right now with anyone here. So, Ranvon, you're getting pulled up the ramp 30 feet.
I'm sorry,
there.
so you're pulling Ranvon 30 feet closer to you, right?
Yep, and then I'm going to do a bonus action telekinetic pull towards me, so 35 feet, please.
And remind me, what's the distance limitation on your telekinesis spell?
It says it has to be 60 feet to cast it, and then I can just move it 30 feet in any direction.
Oh, okay, no limitation after cast it. Then yeah, that'll certainly work. So you're moving him 30 feet closer. That will be a full square, and he's still got 5 to his credit. Then you telekinetically pull him. I assume he doesn't resist that. Now he's got 10 to his credit. So he's still 30. I think he's about 40 feet from the top at this point.
Yeah.
All right, Del, death save, please. All right, and we will, of course, not relay the results of that roll to anyone as we move on to our next attacker here. So at the 90-foot mark, Leopold, you're up there like there's no way those crystal darts could hit me here, but what do you know? You are shot 3 darts at your way.
Hold on. I'm going to shield because that might help with the 19.
You shield the 19, which makes that one miss, and then the next 2 will both connect. That'll be 27 points of force damage. All right, this one, let's see, what does he want to do? He is going to also shoot 2 darts up at you, Leopold. So 2 more defensive rolls. And of course, I'll still add 5 to your defensive roll for each. Yes, these are both absorbed by your magical shield spell. From there, he is actually going to back up a bit. And then we move to Ranvon's turn.
I'm
still restrained, right?
Nope, I dropped it right now.
All right, so you drop concentration, Brandel, as a free action, which you can, of course, do. So I'll remove the concentration from icon from you. You are no longer restrained, Ranvon. In fact, you would kind of, your feet or your wherever, whichever way you're spinning as you're just held there aloft in the air, you would suddenly hit the ground. I'm fair enough to say, as you are basically right off the edge, that you don't fall prone or anything, you just kind of land on your feet.
Okay, thank you so much. That's super kind of you. You ate my heal 2 turns ago, and I haven't forgotten about that. And then you redirected a touch one, so I say we're about even.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fair. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I think I'm gonna eat my my healing sap from the Dryad, and then move 30 feet closer. I've got to get some health, and I've got to get back there.
Okay, so you uncork. Remind me, what is in your hands right now? I'm assuming a shield and a weapon?
Yeah, I'll stow the weapon. I'm going to have a lot of turns to get it out before I get there.
So unfortunately, in order to get the potion on this round, you're going to need to drop the weapon so that would be free, so you can then interact with the object to grab out the sap and then use an action to drink it this round. Seeing the sheer incline of this ramp, you know if you drop your weapon, it is very likely to slide right down to the bottom.
Okay, well, I don't want to do that because I feel like I'm going to need it. These guys don't take spells very well, and I feel like cantrips are going to be more of the same. So I will stow it, and then I will go look and see if there's a different... I don't know why I keep opening my spell page. I guess it's my favorite normally, but now it's very bad. It's a very evil...
So what you can do, if what you're trying to do is get that potion, you can interact with the object to stow your weapon and then use your action to draw the potion and drink it if you like.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so that will burn your action, but sure, yeah, you can go ahead and drink that. And I believe that was an 8d4 plus 8, if I recall correctly. All right, so you drink upon that sap and find yourself revitalized.
Okay, and then I'll move 1 square. Because that's 30 feet, right?
So you already have 10 extra feet to your credit. So technically, yes, you still have 10 feet to your credit. So next round, it would take you just 20 feet to get to 1 more square to your west, and that will put you at the very top.
Okay. When I get here, if I fall prone, will I instantly slide 100 feet?
No. I would say if you fall prone of your own accord, like, right, you just intentionally drop, no. But if you were pushed forcefully backward, then very likely yes.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, top of the round with Cedric.
I think you can guess what is about to happen here.
I think so.
Longbow attack. Oh, let's see. What is longbow range?
think it's like 120, 400 or something.
Yeah. So
you're 100 feet up, but again, you're lofting your shot. I would say that's still within your normal range.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna get that isosceles triangle calculator out here in a minute. But for now, we're gonna do longbow. Red dot.
This arrow strikes solidly on the construct. And with this hit, a resounding, shattering sound emits throughout the room as the creature is destroyed.
And the other constructs get damaged too, as a result?
Unfortunately not.
Good try. We're going to try and shoot Spell Stealer number 2, Speedy construct. I don't know what the Spanish word for construct is.
So if you're willing to step right to the ledge, you can shoot down straight upon him.
I like how you say if you're willing to.
Yes, because technically where you're at right now, the ledge floor would be between you and your target. Remember, he's 100 feet below you.
Would that be maybe a acrobatics or some sort of check to...
Not necessarily, unless there's some special effect written in that says if somebody goes right to the ledge, then X happens, then something might happen.
Okay. We'll risk it, and I'll apologize to Dylan if Cedric falls to his death.
Risk it for the biscuit. All right, you step up to the edge, and you feel a little leery as you're looking straight down, but yeah, make your shot.
Right. Going to hasted.
Hasted guy. All right, so his AC is a little bit improved here, but that will still connect.
And he'll duck back.
All right, he will be wounded from this. 1 second. Okay, yes, you will notice that haste effect actually wears off of him.
With the stun?
We'll find out. All right, Lexi's turn.
Okay. Let me... How far away from Dell am I?
From Cedric?
No, Dell.
From
Down
Dell?
here.
Dell is 100 feet down below on the ground. You're 100 feet up, so 100 feet.
Okay. I'm going to run 40 feet down.
All right, so we will put you 1 square down for now. You've got 10 to your credit. It would only take you 20 feet to get to the next one down.
Well, I would... Okay. So, I just want to use my full movement to head as quickly towards Dell as I can.
Meaning move and dash?
No.
Then-
I want to move 40 feet and throw a javelin.
Yep,
at
so
this
that's
guy.
where you're at right now. So for your own record-keeping purposes here, Lexi, assume that you're technically 10 feet into the next square to your west, but you're not quite there yet, because again, each one of these going down is 30 feet. And then you go ahead and throw a javelin. Yeah, go ahead and make your attack.
Alright, copy that.
And then just quick check on the number of javelins you might happen to have left.
Throwing 3, so I think I have 7 left.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you got a whole fistful there on your back. All right. Yes, this one does indeed strike into the creature and wound it. Okay, Leopold at the 90-foot mark.
Rapid fire on these mofos. Formerly a hasted one.
Formerly hasted one, all right. Yes, both of these strikes will indeed connect.
Going up another 30 feet.
All right, so that will put you at the 120 mark, which is at the very tippy top of the ceiling.
There's still 10 more feet to go. 30.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. You're right. Yep, 30 from the ledge. So technically you're 10 feet from the very top.
We're going to be laying on top of it. You're in a minute. But that is my turn.
Okie doke. So we move to this one's turn. It will begin to ascend the stairs, and then it is going to fire 2 darts at Leopold, even 120 feet in the air.
Yield.
You're going to cast the shield spell?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and burn that next slot. The first one will manage to connect with you. However, the second one will not, as it strikes into your shield. So that'll be 16 points of force damage. As we move to Brandal's turn.
All right. Man, I'm picking my brain on this. So, didn't we just fight constructs and psychic damage did work? And my go-to is a lance. I mean, it's 120 feet here, Adam. For my psychic lance, if I go to the edge and shoot down with it, do you think I'd get him?
Yeah, he's certainly within 120 foot reach.
Alright, so this creature here. We'll try psychic damage, guys. What do you think? Try anything, right?
Do it.
Alright, we'll do level 3. I'm going to burn a 6 and a 7 on this to see if it works.
Level 3? I think, isn't this like a 5th level spell?
Level 4. Level 4.
Level 4, okay.
I'm sorry, I was looking at my spell slots.
Okay, so then go ahead and roll a spell effect roll. We'll see if he is affected. Ooh, unfortunate.
Inspiration.
Okay, burn inspiration to reroll, sure.
How's that for good use of inspiration?
Heck yeah. Okay, let's see. So this is... Okay, so your Psychic Lance seems like it would strike him. However, it looks like it has no effect upon him.
Nothing's working, guys.
Blow him up.
I'm gonna move down. This is 30 feet, so I'm gonna move my movement there. I'm trying to see if I can get closer to Dell to try to grab him with my telekinetic spell, so I'll have to end my turn there. I can't pull a... Can I pull him towards me? No, I can't. I'm not within range. End my turn. Thank you.
All right, Dell, death save, please. All right, and we will move to our next guy here. He does not seem to do anything this turn as we move to Ranva.
Okay, I will pull out my mace again and dash. So I think it's 10 feet to get here.
Yep.
Or it was 20 feet to get there.
I think you had, I think you're right. So you've got 10 left plus your dash. And now you're at the top, so you can move normal, yep, and then the dash.
And then I will move this way 10, and then is there... because Brandal's actually 30 feet, can I get 20?
You can, yep. As long as you can keep track of it, yes. You're technically 20 feet into that next square.
Okay, that'll be me. I'm coming back.
All right, top of the round, Cedric.
He'll move out to the ledge carefully. He's going to fire at the construct formerly known as Haste of One.
All right, I'm with you. That'll certainly connect.
And we're going to burn the favored foe again.
All right, I think we might have built that in for him where it's like an attack. You can click it to burn a use. If not, just go ahead and reduce one.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I did just move it down, but I do see it here now that you said that. Next go around. Because I'm sure we're going to put it on this last one, too. So, here we go. Damage.
Yes,
and another.
He is wounded. Second strike, unfortunately, does not connect.
No. Okay, and he's going to duck back again. It's really complex, this Boomstalker. Okay, that's Citrix.
Okay, Lexi's turn.
All right, she's going to use her full movement of 40 feet to get down hopefully another square.
Yes, yep. And now you've got 20 to your credit, so the next turn it will only take you 10 feet to get to the next square.
Okay, and I'm 40 feet from Dell.
You're currently, let's see, you're 10 plus you're 40 feet up in the air, so yes, you'd be 40 feet from Dell.
Alright, copy that. And how far away am I from that one?
You're 40 feet above him. He's still on the sunken floor level, so his head would be 30 feet below you.
Alright, well, I'm going to hurl a javelin at him then.
Alright, you throw a javelin down towards him. Yeah, that'll certainly connect.
Woohoo!
Alright, we move to Leopold's turn.
If I can open up my sheet, here we go. Bonus. Oh god, I'm afraid to cast any spells, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna fire off at the hasted one. Regular attack.
Formerly hasted one, sure.
The formerly hasted.
Yes, both of these attacks will connect solidly, chipping away at that ceramic body.
And we're going to go up to 130.
Okay, you're at the 130 mark, so now your head's brushing the ceiling.
And actually, I'm going to... So that was 10 feet. 5. Do we do extra movement in diagonals?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to move 20 feet over.
All right, so you are 30 feet above everybody else there, and your head's still at the ceiling.
Yes.
All right, gotcha.
That's my turn.
All right, this one's turn. He is going to ascend 30 feet up the ramp. He is now 10 feet away from you, Lexi, and he is going to smash out at you twice. I will need 2 defensive rolls. He will hit you on the first attack. Second one, can't fumble on the second attack, so that'll be a simple miss. So the first one does come through, and that will deal 25 force damage to you, which unfortunately gets through your rage, dealing full damage. As we move to Brandal's turn.
Alright, so can I get in the Lexi square and be 60 feet from Dell? I'd rather not, actually. Now I think about it. I want to be in this... Am I 60 feet from Dell here?
Let's see. So you're only one step down, so you'd be 36. You'd be more than 60 feet from Dell at that point. So remember, I know this is a little bit hard based on how this map is lined up. So right now, Lexi's 40 feet from Dell. So if you're here, you'd be 70 feet from Dell.
Okay, I moved one square. Do I have 10 feet of movement left?
You've descended 30 feet from the top to get to that space.
Alright, okay, so that's my movement. And this guy, I don't want to do anything stupid. This guy is far below me, right?
His top of his head is about 60 feet below you.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, so then that's my movement. My action is I'm just going to grab my Wand of Magic Missile because it's not a spell. I'm going to do 2 charges on it. So this will... I took it off my wand, but I'm going to throw it from my sheet. And... Oh no, what I can do... I'll just roll the dice, right? So this will be 2 charges, so it'll be 4d4... So this plus 1.
And you're targeting the injured or uninjured one?
Injured, yeah.
Injured. Okay, so you thwack your wand about as the magic darts flash out and strike into the creature. And yes, he suffers some damage from that. All right, Dell, death save, please. All right, and then we move to the next one here. He is going to move back to here, getting an angle where he will then shoot 2 crystal darts at Brandal. So Brandal, I will need 2 defensive rolls, please.
All right. It looks like you know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have him fumble this. I'm gonna portent my 20 right now.
All right, go ahead and roll me 3 20 sides, please.
Oh shoot, that's right. Man, bye guys.
As you attempt to switch the fates here and make him unfortunately fumble, he's going to instead have you use the 5 as your defensive roll, and this means the first attack will connect. You will suffer 16 points of force damage from that as a second crystal dart flies your way. This one will also connect for 15 points of force damage. I don't think you're concentrating, so altogether that will be 31 points of force on Brandel. As we move to Ranvon's turn.
Okay, let me check a range real quick. He'll yell out to Leo, try and stay within 30 feet of me.
I am.
And hit them big time. And I'm gonna
Okay.
move 30 feet this way. I guess if I dash... Oh, Leo's flying, so he's super quick right now, isn't he?
I'm actually my 30 feet movement.
Oh,
But
crap.
I will come after you. Don't worry.
But you can't do that and attack, can you?
Probably a little
no.
bit too much calculations during this turn here, Ranvon.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is it then. I think he's moving and... Well, how far away are they?
So each space down is 30 feet, so it'd be 30, 60, then this guy's technically right within 10 feet of Lexi, so he'd be 70 feet from you.
Okay, and I had a credit, so...
Yep, yeah, if you jotted down what your credit was as far as moving an extra square, feel free to use it.
I did not, but it was 20.
20, fair enough, yeah, I got you.
Then instead, I'll move 30 and try and hit that guy with the Sacred Flame. Let's see if I was right.
Okay. Alright, you conjure a Sacred Flame, go ahead and roll your spell effect roll. Unfortunately, he will... no, I'm sorry, yes. You will indeed strike him, and the radiant damage falls down and hits him.
I just have no clue what the rules are here. Okay.
Alright, top of the round, Cedric.
He's popping out. He's attacking. He's protecting. He's attacking. Here we go.
Attacking the injured one, I presume?
Yes.
Alright, first arrow unfortunately misses. Second one manages to connect as it slams right into his ceramic chest.
That is Cedric.
Alright, move to Lexi's turn. So again, painting a really quick picture here for you, Lexi. You're here on the very slanted ramp. 10 feet below you is this big guy who's obviously dominating the ramp itself between you and Dell at the moment. If you want to strike him, you'd have to step up 5 feet to make a melee attack or whatever else you'd like to do.
Yeah, I would like to do that, take that suggestion. So move up 5 feet.
Alright, so you can remain where you're at, but we will presume you're now within 5 feet of him.
And I'm going to try and hit him with the Fate Crescent.
Yes, so you draw that from your side as you had been throwing javelins. You strike out with the Fate Crescent, which does indeed connect, wounded him.
What's her wild magic right now?
She has +1 to AC, as does everybody within 10 feet of her.
Oh, cool.
But that's nobody, right?
Correct. Right now, that's nobody. But you get it. Second one also connects.
Yay! It's connected.
All right, you chop off some of the ceramic of the creature as we move to Leopold's turn.
Leo is going to. Oh, I was looking at Cedric's sheet trying to figure out why my things weren't.
None of this looks familiar.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't understand. Hey, don't forget, Lexi, you got a +1 AC on your 30-foot radius, I think. I'm gonna move. I guess. Let's see. What's gonna make sense? 5 feet over here, and can I? If I put myself right here, can we still say that I'm like, I just don't want to be overlapping on.
So for ease of play, you're putting yourself there, but vertically, you're straight above Ranvon, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely.
Or at least I'm moving 25 feet in that direction, heading back down into the fray. So
you're descending to the 105-foot mark.
Yes.
Got it.
And when I get there, I'm going to fire off crossbow bolts at Mr. No Haste.
All right, you aim at the more wounded one with your crossbow.
Assuming he's within 30 feet, which I think is what he was trying to do, I'm going to give him this.
Mechanically, I believe he is just within 30 feet.
Well, guess what? I'm a sharpshooter this one.
Okay, so you've burned your reaction then. So I think mechanically how this works, let's see. So he would have to declare the attack roll, then you'd have to use it. For now, feel free to sharpshooter, but in the future, you have to wait for him to say, like, I'm going to sharpshooter this one, then you can say, I'm going to use that as a reaction.
Yeah, I thought he said when he waited like that, I thought his attacks were coming and he'd clicked and they were lagging.
No worries. Yeah, I know. Sometimes the lag is hard to predict.
We'll set that alley-oop up better next time. But anyway, here comes the sharpshooter.
Yeah, so with the +10 from the War God's Blessing, that will indeed connect as that bolt punctures into the creature.
Yeah, that's right. Ranvon did tell me to hit big. That is only for one roll, correct?
That's right.
Yep. Well, that was a good one. I'm going to switch back to a regular attack now.
Second shot will also connect.
Some.
Chipping away at these constructs.
We're going to get there eventually. Maybe Dell will still be alive at the end of it. I am done.
All right, we move to this one's turn, who is going mano a mano with Lexi. Lexi, I'll need 2 defensive rolls as the creature continues smashing out towards you. Unfortunately, both of these attacks will get through your defenses, and you are going to suffer 42 points of force damage from the 2 strikes. As we move to Brandal's turn.
Is that even with the +1, Adam?
Good call. Let me double check. Actually, I think that 22 might actually miss. Yeah, no, good call. So the 22 that you rolled will miss, so only apply 19 force damage.
Woo!
And just FYI on your sheet, Lexi, I think we built that in for you, or if you just check that box, you'll get that +1 automatically included. I'll do a quick double check to make sure we got that on your sheet.
Okay.
Actually, I do not see it. Brandel, go ahead and take your turn. Let me add this to your sheet real quick, Lexi.
Alright, real easy. Fireball. Boom.
Okay, so that's on your sheet, Lexi, now, so that'll be automatically added to your defensive rolls moving forward. Okay, so yeah, so probably this will be easier not to do the smart one. Where are you trying to put this, and what are you trying to hit?
I just want the construct, obviously, and not Dell, or I figure it would push up against the wall of the ramp anyway.
Right, so you're comfortable hitting just the one then, right? Is what you're saying?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't
okay.
want to hit Dell. No.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you could hit the other one, but since we're on that same wavelength, please roll me a spell effect roll.
I think I did this wrong. I dragged it from the template.
Normally you would use the spell, the macro for Fireball. If you want to use that, you can certainly do that. Let's just get Silver out of the way so it won't hit her. So yeah, if you go to your macro section, Brandel, that bulletin list icon, find the one that says Cast Fireball, click on the die right next to Cast Fireball. It should throw that targeting matrix icon right on top of you. Drag that so that it affects just the one guy, and then it should work. Let's see, I see a strange error message. Let me give it a shot. Oh, I wonder if the scripts died. Let me do a quick check on that. Always fun when the sandbox crashes right in the middle of the session. If that's even the case. I'll restart and we'll see if it works. I swear somebody else just did a fireball, so I can't imagine why that would not work.
You only get one.
Yeah, that's it. It hits Ranvon.
Oh, do you have your token selected when you're hitting Cast Fireball?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Give that a try again. Select your token. There you go. Alright, so you should be able to drag that big targeting icon and put it so that the area...
I think
you need to go back. Let's see. There's a little bit of lag at play, but I think you're okay right there. Oh, that one looks like it'll hit Lexi.
Okay.
So I think you'll be good there.
Here?
That looks to... no, the one you had right there. So that should hit just him from what I'm seeing on the map.
Okay, there's lag, and so when you say there, I keep moving.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunately, but yeah, I think as long as you don't move it right now, I think you're in the right spot. So with that icon targeted, just click the trigger all, and it should automatically hit them. And actually, I think there's another way to do this. I'll have to brush up on it. I know you can hit individuals one at a time too, so we could always try that. Perfect. Okay, so he will fail that save and suffer that damage as the fire burns him.
Alright, so that's my action. I'm gonna move 5, 10. No, I can't. That's a lot of movement. That's 30 just to get back. Man, this is a difficult map.
Who knew you guys were going to fight on the ramp?
Alright, so that's it. Yep, okay, and my turn.
Alright, Dell no longer needs to make death saves. Whether that means he's stabilized or perished, we will wait to find out. Alright, we move to the next one here. He is going to fire off 2 more darts at Brandel. So,
Alright.
Brandel, I will need 2 defensive rolls, please.
Alright, I'm just going to click this as a reminder as I roll, and if I get hit, I'll shield.
The first one, you are indeed critically hit. The second one would not hit you, so you don't need to burn a shield slot, but go ahead and roll a force crit against yourself. Twice as many damage as normal. Creature spellbound to the end of its next turn, while spell makes saving throws against spells with disadvantages, and spell attack rolls against it have advantage. Okay, so remember that effect upon yourself, and here comes your crit. Alright, it's going to be 28 points of force damage against you, Brandel. As we move to Ranvon's turn.
Okay, I'm within... me and Brandel, it's confusing now because I would like to keep moving 30 feet.
Yes, I would say you can move basically 25 feet, and then you're right, or you can go there. Yep.
Because I already had a credit of 10 or 20 feet, so technically I'm a little further than Brandel.
Okay, sure, yeah. Figure out where it is you're trying to get to, and we'll try to approximate it.
Okay, and then I think now I'm within range of this guy, so I'd like to hit him with a Sacred Flame.
Okay, so from where you're at right now, Brandel was at the 70-foot mark. You're trying to get closer to Lexi, who would be 40 feet from him. So I would say you would be between 50 and 60 feet from him. Either one is in acceptable range. So yes, go ahead and make your Sacred Flame attack. Give me a spell effect roll then. Yes, your radiant damage will indeed strike into him.
Okay, and I have all these cool bonus effect spells I'd love to cast, but I'm too afraid of the effects of any of them.
Mysterious mechanics have that effect.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it. Like the bad compared to the good is very, very bad. All right, that'll be me.
All right, we move to the top of the round with Cedric.
Yeah, we almost got number 2 down, guys. Let's go move out to the ledge. Carefully take aim and fire at this guy. And here we go.
First one manages to connect. Wounding the creature.
And he's going to fire again.
Fortunately, the second one will miss.
And I think I'm going to play a little dangerous game with Cedric and at least add his health hit points back into the fray. And he's going to run down.
Also, I believe he has a thing called Stalker's Fury. When he misses, he can re-roll one miss.
You are so right. Thank you. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I just remembered that myself. Yep, that'll hit.
That's pretty sweet.
All
Nice.
right, second shot hits as well. This one also looking very badly damaged.
Really close. Okay, he is gonna use all of his movement to head down. So I think he's at the 25-foot mark. No, 20 mark. 20 mark down.
Okay,
Rad.
sure. Yeah, as long as you're keeping track of it, we're good.
I guess I'll mark him here. That's his turn.
All right, next up is Lexi.
All right, seeing that one so close to death, she's gonna feel revivified and more energetic, and she's gonna keep lashing out at this one.
All right, you continue taking your battle to him, and yes, go ahead and roll a slashing crit. All right, so we will take maximum damage instead of asking you to roll. All right, that chop hits into him solidly.
And try to roll another one.
Second one, however, he will manage to evade.
Dagnabbit.
Leopold's turn.
Okay, Leo's going to descend 30 feet. To that's why can't I math anymore?
To the 75-foot mark, essentially.
75, yeah. And then he's going to fire off at the soon-to-be dead.
Uh-oh,
construct?
he's calling it. Nothing ever goes wrong when you do that.
Oh boy,
Let's see what those dice say.
I almost rolled another longbow attack from Cedric. Here we go. Regular attack.
First one connects, wounding the creature.
Oh, one more, please.
Second one, unfortunately,
Yes.
misses.
Why'd you call it? You would have had it.
Because I'm an idiot. That's it.
All right, this one is going to continue pummeling at Lexi. Lexi, I'll need 2 defensive rolls, please. Both of these attacks will manage to hit Lexi.
Can I do inspiration on one?
Sure, yeah. So go ahead and re-roll another one, and we will take the first damage, and then we'll see if the second one hits. Yeah, so ignore the second set of damage. You will suffer 17 points of damage from the first strike. All right, we move to Brando, who's currently spellbound.
Oh, well. I'm not attacking. Anyway, I'm using my Wand of Magic Missile. So this guy has like, I can't even zoom in to see if he has even a pixel of health left. So I'm gonna throw one charge of magic missile at him, please.
From your wand?
Yes.
All right, you use your wand as these 3 magic darts flash towards him, but they do not affect him.
Great. Okay, and then I'm going to move, I guess, 30 feet to here, next to Cedric.
All right, so now you're at the 100-foot mark up the ramp.
Yes, I'm watching the gifs. Like, oh my god, why did it? Okay, good. So that's my movement, action, bonus action. Not doing anything. Oh shoot! A doorbell just rang.
The Hounds of Hell. Okay, Dell is still down. This one is going to step to here to get a better angle at you, Brandel, as it fires off 2 crystal darts your way. I will need 2 defensive rolls, please.
Sorry, was that me?
That is on Brandel. Once he's done wrangling dogs.
Yeah, sorry. Ring the doorbell. And all hell broke loose.
I would totally roll it for him, but it could drop him to the ground, so I'd rather let him roll it.
Hey, do we do a quick calculation on distance before this happens?
He is certainly within his range for his ranged attack.
I don't have any inspiration left. I just have luck on my side. Nope.
The first one will manage to connect. That'll deal 18 points of force damage, which will drop you to the ground. After you're dropped to the ground, he will take his second shot at Ranvan. So Ranvan will need you to make a defensive roll as well. This one will also connect, dealing 10 points of force damage to Ranvan. Okay, then we move to Ranvan's turn.
Okay, is this guy within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
Here comes the Sacred Flame to kill him instantly.
Alright, give me a spell effect roll.
Why'd you call it Bolt?
I never miss.
You'll notice that your radiant energy drops down on him and has no effect.
Except this one time. Alright, and I'm gonna move so I'm right behind Lexi. And I don't know, I can get there, I don't know the numbers anymore. I'm right behind Lexi.
Yep, fair enough. She's technically 40 up the ramp, so you'd be 45 up the ramp.
Okay. Yep, I'm trying to get to Dell as soon as we get out of this.
Okay, top of the round, Cedric.
So in this cluster of all of us on these 4 squares for 100 feet, where is Cedric in relation to Brandel?
So you said you wanted to descend 20 feet down the ramp. He moved up 30 feet up the ramp, so I would say you're like 20 feet away from him right now.
Okay. Well, I don't see any healing potions on Cedric, so what I'm going to do actually is fire at the wounded one first.
Sure.
Well, that's all I'm going to do, really. So here comes 2 longbow attacks.
First attack connects. Go ahead and post damage. This will be enough damage as the arrow strikes the construct and it shatters into pieces.
Almost. I'm gonna then turn my bow to this last son of a bitch that's left and fire off at him.
Alright, a little bit of an arcing shot here down the ramp, which will connect. Alright, arrow strikes into the construct and wounds it.
I think that's it for Cedric.
Okay, Lexi's turn.
Alright. Murder, murder, murder.
You chop out and connect. Second time critting. Go ahead and roll another slashing crit.
Making up for all my javelins earlier.
Alright, so this is damage as normal, and the creature will suffer some additional damage at the beginning of each of its turns.
I'm flying up towards Brandel now.
Okay, so 30 feet of movement gets you back up to the 105 mark. Essentially, you're floating right above his head.
Perfect. I'm gonna I'm gonna just pull out my potion of healing and give it to Brandel.
You like put it in his hands, you're saying?
I'm gonna hold it to his mouth and then put it in.
Okay, you feed it to him. Gotcha. All right, and this is a regular potion of healing?
Yeah, standard.
All right, so 2d4 plus 2 for Brandel, who will become conscious with 1 level of exhaustion. All right,
there you
that's
go,
8
Brandel.
back.
That's a... Okay, so that was an action. That's an action. That's an action. Dang it. There is not anything else I think that I can do. So that's the end of Leo's turn.
All right, next up is the creature. Lexi, go ahead and roll a d4 as the wounded creature's wounds continue to give it some trouble. All right, then it continues pummeling on Lexi. So Lexi, I will need 2 defensive rolls, please. First one, you manage to evade. The second one gets through your defenses for 26 points of force damage. Brandel, currently prone, 1 level of exhaustion.
Stand up, and I'm going to Mind Spike that guy.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and cast Mind Spike. So let's see, Mind Spike, go ahead and give me a spell effect roll. This is Wisdom. Okay, you cast the spell, and it looks like it has no effect upon him.
But it affected me. I got a level 1 spell slot. Okay, now I'm going to move here-ish. So that's that happening with 15, that's 20. And then how about 20? And then someone's going to come through the door.
Hope you're reading my notes, Brandel. All right, Dell, unfortunately, still out for the count, and we move to Ranbon.
Okay, Sacred Flame.
All right, yeah, go ahead and post a spell effect roll. Yes, this will radiantly strike him and wound him.
Okay. I'm going I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see if I can cast Spiritual Weapon on him.
Bonus action? Yeah, you can cast Spiritual Weapon.
Alright, and does it hit him, or does it...
That attack roll certainly does. Go ahead and drag a Spiritual Weapon token on and figure out where you'd like it. But yeah, that's certainly going to hit him for that force damage.
Okay, that's going to be my turn. I'll find that token.
Yep, good deal. All right, top of the round, Cedric.
I was waiting for Adam to say, yes, it hits him, and now you feel 10 points of force damage. Yes.
Isn't it fun when you're not sure what's going to happen, though? You got to try to figure it out and use your intellect and, like, try to decipher all the signs. It's fun.
I've tried. I'm done trying. I've healed the enemy for 103 HP this fight.
Yeah, here's my
These are the kind of battles you will remember. I'll just tell you that.
Here's my thought process. I'm just gonna hit him really hard and just keep doing that.
That certainly has been working. Yeah.
Longbow attack. Well, I guess I got to hit him first, but definitely a favorite foe.
Yeah, that'll certainly connect.
Yep, that did it. Okay, favorite foe coming up. Damage.
Our arrow strikes him, wounding him.
And another.
That one will unfortunately miss.
That's too bad. But I can re-roll that or make a new one.
You
make
can
a new attack.
Stalker's Fury it, yeah.
I'll be an expert at this character before we're done. Here we go.
That one will connect. All right, second arrow pierces it in the arm. Once you can start to see that spidering a little bit, just faintly, as it still looks quite durable.
Oh, you, Lexi.
Lexi's turn. Quick round counter here, Lexi. I believe you raged on round 2, so you'll have rage this round, and then next round it will fall off because rage only lasts 1 minute.
I thought she redid her rage when she was on the steps.
Yeah, that was the first time she applied rage. She hadn't been raging before, and that was on round 2.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Don't worry. I have more rages left if I need them.
Everyone get away from her.
Hopefully I won't need them, so I'm gonna heave the fake crescent at him again.
Yeah, that'll certainly connect as you slash out, hit him in the leg, and you can hear that crunching sound once again. Second attack connects as well.
Yay!
She's on a roll. Okay, Leopold's turn. All right, so Leo, I'm going to remove these unless you are planning to continue flying in weird ways, because right now you are essentially right at the top.
Yes, correct. Thank you. No, I think the weird flying is done for this particular battle until you bring in 4 more of these guys. Firing crossbow bolts at this guy.
First one misses.
A bummer.
Second one does manage to connect as that punctures into its chest.
I think I'm going to start sharpshooting this guy next turn. But that's my turn now. Yep.
All right, his turn. Lexi, give me a D4 as he continues to suffer the effects of that wound. All right, and yes, he will then punch out towards Lexi. 2 defensive rolls, please, Lexi. You dodge the first and the second strike. Got this guy's number as he's not able to connect with you, Brandel.
Okay, I just realized I just was writing in my book.
Just like a wizard, right in the middle of the battle, he just starts writing in his book.
I'm like, oh my god, psychic damage doesn't work. Huh. Okay. I really don't think I can hurt this guy, guys. I have a fireball. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try it. He's 100 feet down, right?
He is more like 70 feet down.
Okay. Okay, so I need to move. For in order for the spell to work, I need to move 10 more feet closer to him. So I'm just gonna do that, and also be able to see him. So that and that would probably be 10 feet closer.
Yeah, I think that makes it. You're trying to get within 60 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can definitely be within 60 feet there.
I'm attacked. Telekinesis needs strength check.
Okay, looks like you're out of spell slots for that spell.
Yep, so I'll go 6.
Alright, so you burn a 6th level slot. Go and give me a spell effect roll to see if you can get him with this. Unfortunately, he is not affected by your spell.
Oh, good. I only have one level 6 spell slot anyway, so whatever.
Alright, Dell, still not up. We move to Ranvon.
I thought there was usually like a repeat roll thing for spiritual weapon.
You have to build it into your sheet that way. Usually I build that as a separate attack so it doesn't keep burning a slot. But if it's not already on yours, you might just have to post the spell attack and then just give yourself the slot back.
It looks like you did do it.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, look at me. Oh, I think I just moved you accidentally as I was trying to hit my push to talk. Yes, that one will connect. You don't get that bonus radiant damage on this, though, right?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either. I haven't been adding it. If you find something against that, let me know.
Let me post that. Yeah, so
One
it's
of your
my
cantrips
or weapon attacks. So I don't think this counts.
Yeah, this would not be a weapon attack.
Okay, and then action Sacred Flame.
Yep, spell effect roll, please. Unfortunately, he is not affected by this. Okay, next up is Cedric, top of the round. That will connect.
I was chewing. I didn't want to just start talking while I was doing that. Here we go.
All right, you hear the sound of that crunching ceramic once again. Yeah, second one hits as well.
I'd like to think Cedric is a pretty good bowman, so he probably, sunk this arrow right in behind the one that he just sunk in, like a Robin Hood style.
Nice. Yes, another chip off of the old ceramic block. Lexi's turn. As you're face to face with this figure, you hear the voice emanate from it once again. Look how weak you all are. You'll never defeat me, even if you can defeat my constructs. Lexi, your turn.
Just gonna grit her teeth, look at him with vitriol and hatred, and swing out.
First slash connects. As does the second.
Die, foul being.
Leopold's turn.
Do I go big, or do I just keep doing reliable?
Go big!
I'm gonna go big. I'm a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter both of these. Here we go. Let's do this.
You fumble the first shot. Go ahead and roll a fumble, please. We'll see if that impacts your second one. It does. Okay, so you spill your quiver. I know technically yours can't be spilled, but this will still affect you, so you must pick up arrows from the ground using your... Okay, so you could just interact with object to fire your second one. No big deal. So yeah, second one will manage to connect, wounding the creature badly.
So... I think that's... Man, I wanted to get him down. That's it.
Lexi, D4, please.
Oh, yes, do it.
The creature continues slamming out at Lexi. Lexi, 2 defensive rolls, please. Once again, you manage to nimbly evade both of these strikes, Brandel.
All right. Nothing left to do. One charge of magic missile coming his way.
All right. The magic missiles flash out and have no effect upon it.
Oh, I thought that... I knew it didn't work last time. I thought it was another effect, like because of my fumble. That's why I didn't think it worked last time. All right.
Go ahead and burn that charge. Quick charge check on the wand.
Yep. 2 left.
2 charges left. All right.
That's okay, man. When I mess up, he gains more health.
Dallas are still down. Raban.
All right, I'm going to swing out with the spiritual weapon, killing him instantly.
He's called it. You miss, Ranvan.
I'm going to hit him with the sacred flame, killing him instantly.
Spell effect roll, please. Ranvan, your radiant energy kills him instantly as he shatters into a million ceramic pieces. And wow, guys, long battle, deadly battle, very dangerous battle, but also perfect opportunity to take a break, catch our breath as we come back on the other side and continue the adventure.
Good lord.
See y'all in 15. All right, welcome back, group, as we are on the second half of our session here. The group has just gone through this very difficult combat here and managed to survive one of their allies on the ground, his status unknown.
Is that... I'm just looking at what Volk just put in the chat. Let's just figure that out real quick, because that might be important.
Guys, I was trying to keep the suspense going. He's not actually dead. So.
Oh, okay. Well, good. We were just,
He actually totally stabilized in his role, so I was just trying to make it seem like, oh no, you gotta have a bad thing here, but no, you guys are gonna be totally fine.
I thought he was dead and I was counting for Revivify.
Yeah, that's... I just didn't want to lose him on a technicality, or we didn't say we immediately started in after him.
Nope, fair enough.
Good. Okay. Well, either way, I think Leo still will run down probably not as fast as the rest of them all, but we'll still start running down to try and revive Dell.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so again, with the oddities of the ramp here, as long as you're managing that pretty typically, you can get down there. And yeah, what would you like to do to get some life force back to Dell?
I'll stab him with my crossbow.
All right, and yes, okay, so he will be restored for 7 HP. All right, and now that Dell is conscious once again, so yeah, he actually succeeded all of his death saves, didn't fail a single one of them, so he was in really good shape. He will look to make use of the Mechanist box, and he will ask you which of the 2 individuals inside would you like for him to swap with?
Probably want Gertrude?
Well, we have, we could use another spellcaster, I think, because Cedric's kicking butt at range, and so are you. I don't know. It's either, that's a tough one. I don't know, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Baron? What was, God, I feel bad now.
Filigree or something?
Fillerine.
Fillerine, that's it.
That Gertrude's a showboat.
All right, so it sounds like the group would like to take Fillerine then, yes?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so Dell will manipulate the Mechanist box and vanish inside of it. I think at this time, Cedric would like to do the same, give him an opportunity to reflect on the Mechanist box and what is happening. So yeah, actually, because we've got 2 players out, why don't we have both of them go in the box and you guys can take both.
Well, there you go.
Oh, no!
And then we can have the showboating Gertrude join alongside Lexi.
Now, do we want to give him a moment to level up? Your follower is leveling up.
Unfortunately, not so much for them. But yes, both Gertrude and Fillerine will pop out of the box, and as usual, the first thing they do is go to one another and seem to be very happy and kind of look around, though that doesn't last very long before suddenly you notice Gertrude kind of taking a weird sniff at the air as though she smells something very unpleasant. At the same time, those of you guys that are proficient in Arcana, reflecting on this battle, trying to figure out what occurred here, you can go ahead and give me blind Arcana checks to see if you can pull any details about these opponents you just faced. Yeah, so between the 2 of you guys, Brandel and Leopold, comparing notes, what you realize is that these creatures were what's known as Canopic golems, and the abilities they had that were giving you guys some confusion is A, they had magic resistance, so they were making all of your spell effect rolls against them were at disadvantage. They could use a reaction to either absorb a spell cast by a creature within 60 feet of them, but again, that used their reaction, or they could use a separate reaction to grant damage immunity to any spell effect and become immune to that type of damage until the end of its next turn. So essentially, if it failed the save, it could burn its reaction to make the spell not affect it, and then it would be immune to that type of damage until the end of its next turn.
Okay, that's what confused me. I didn't clue in that they were using reactions to
Exactly, yep. And then on top of that, they also had an ability which prevents any magical effects from preventing them from moving or hindering their movement. It would simply fail, or if they touched it, it would immediately dispel the effect.
Telekinesis fail.
They sucked.
Very much anti-spellcaster forces, you could think of them as.
What about the wall of force that failed? Was that because of their affecting their movement?
Yep, anything that would prevent them from moving, and because you tried to snap it right on top of just the one of them, it just instantly failed. Had you made it a little bit wider, it would have looked like it worked, but as soon as he got to the edge of it, he could have just touched it and dismissed it.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
A couple of quick things. They were really wanting us to open the casket, so I think we shouldn't do that. The other thing is, I think there was jars around.
Yes, there's jars, but Gertrude, what are you smelling? You seem to be have a fetid hue about you. You all right?
And you see she turns up the massive ramp to look at you, Brad, and says, it just smells terrible in here. It's like, there's something wrong with this place.
Indeed. Are you fixing silver? How does silver look?
At this point, Silver, I think, probably has several really large dents in her, but she is back. She's fine. She's a tough old bird. Dog. Silver wolf. Anyway, let's take a look at these jars that are around here and see if we can figure out if anything's inside of them. And then, is there anything else Adam, can you describe the room again?
Since I sure can. Yeah, it's been a while since you guys got the description here. So yeah, here's your description. This huge chamber is edged by a broad floor surrounding a sunken lower-level gallery reached by way of sloping ramps. The center of the lower level is a diamond-shaped pit that descends some 100 feet. Flanking the opening are two crystalline figures who you guys, of course, have defeated.
And then each of these alcoves I remember Brando looked at one. It was a jar of something inside of it.
You have looked at a couple so far and spotted jars with symbols on them.
And I think I looked at these two.
Yes.
Let's grab them, see if there's actually something inside of them. I don't know, smash them or mess them up. Leo's gonna go over here. Yes.
We should wait. Let's rest a moment, recoup a bit before we touch anything. Who knows what actually causes that over there that coffin to open, and we should fill these two in on what actually is going on here.
Fair enough. Why don't we actually go up top? Then we'll rest up there, away from the casket.
Okay.
All right, you guys trudge up that very long ramp, getting back up to the ledge.
I think I'm stuck in the door now.
I think you just closed the door, if I'm not mistaken.
I did, and then I'm stuck. I can't move my token. Oh, there we go.
Did we want to try and take a quick rest?
I think so.
I don't know how much I can recover, but I'll use everything I can.
Okay. Leopold, you let the two new ones know what's going on, and Ranvon's going to cast Death Ward on himself, Lexi, and Brandel.
Okay. Yep. So that's burning 3 4th level slots. Nice, yeah, that'll certainly help.
Wow, thank you.
I should just be doing this more when the day starts.
Lesson learned. Leo spends, I guess, the next hour filling in our two NPCs on what just happened and what we've been doing.
I will assume you've given them a general overview. If there's anything very much in particular you're trying to impress upon them, like, hey, don't do this or do this, then make sure you specify those.
I don't think so. I think I'm telling them that this is some dangerous shit, so just watch your back.
All right, fair enough. Yes, you can assume that they are very much looking around and aware of their surroundings. So it sounds like you guys' intention here is to try to take a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me an idea of what you're doing during this short rest, this 1 hour. Are you just sitting here? Is there anything in particular you're doing?
Staring at each other.
Ranvon will sit with his back against one of the doors.
Slowly bleeding.
All right.
I am trying to see if I have anything I need to worry about right now, but I think I'm all right. Maybe we should also talk about how we want to keep going, because I don't think it's going to work out so well if we try and spend the night in here. We probably need to, unfortunately, press on.
I'm going to ritually cast Audrey during my short rest.
Okay, the divination spell, sure. Anything else anybody is doing during this short rest? Okay, so we will assume you guys have simply tried to sit here and kind of look at one another and briefly chat, but nothing else of note. You have taken your short rest, the second one for the day. Again, as a reminder, we are limited to 2 short rests per day. So you guys have gotten your short rest in. You can feel free to use any hit dice that you have or anything that would be recharged on a short rest that you haven't already used. Augury spell, Brandel. Go ahead and post the... I think you have to ask a question or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna... the action you're gonna do in the next moments or whatever. So I'm just gonna say this right here. I always get the answer, and then I have to go to the spell description to interpret the word.
Interpret what that means. And then, Brandel, you can also make a con save to see if you can shake off that 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Yes, you managed to do so.
And Adam, can I, since it is a divination spell, can I mean, do I have any sense that it's just giving me the wrong answer, 100, like completely the wrong answer?
I would say you've certainly noticed so far that your portent ability seems to be affected. You've been told many times that the magic perhaps works a little bit differently in here. You've been told that this person you're going to face is a master in divination magic. I think it's certainly safe to assume Brandel has all of these thoughts going through his head and second guessing that maybe this spell could also be affected.
Alright. All rested up then?
Randall spent all of his hit die.
Yeah, I spent 9 in recovering from the last battle I fell in, and then I spent the last 4 in this one.
Leo's gonna come over and give some first aid. So there's another.
Thank you.
Just like you hear the. You remember in Star Trek when they had the thingy that would press against their necks to give out the medicine? That's like how it sounds when he presses the crossbow on you.
Oh, thank you, Leo. Oh, I'm all out of sorts in this place.
I think if there was ever a place better designed to fuck with you this entire time, I don't know what it would be. This is it.
I hate this, but I'd rather go to Baldur's Gate.
Ugh. Well, okay, we're feeling better now. A little bit. I want to start smashing things or figuring out things.
So that coffin over there, we don't have to open it up and kill whatever's inside?
Well, I don't know. They certainly wanted us to open it, and as we realized, they wanted to kill us also. So I don't think it's such a great idea. But
yes, actually, that's what I was concentrating on. I recommend we don't mess with that casket in the middle.
I suppose there's something to be said about doing it from a distance, but it might be something that can, could be a big boom, So maybe we ignore it for now, and if we come up short after we've searched through the rest of this place, we'll come back and play with it then.
If they wanted us to open it, then maybe it's stuck closed right now, and that this is the best it can be.
I mean, if they couldn't open it after just pummeling us nearly to death, I don't know if we're going to do any better.
Maybe we can like dump it in some lava or something.
Not a
Hey,
bad
Adam,
idea.
can you remind us? The guy said he would lead us to the Oracle to Valin, and then he led us here. I mean, with these guys guarding, was the inference at least that this is the way to, if we believe him, to Valin?
So the conversation was that if you wanted to speak to Valen in person, follow the unit. The unit took you here and then advised you to open the sarcophagus. And then Cedric shouted, like, hey guys, everybody get back up here. And this is when they launched into their attack.
Okay.
Are you saying not only did they betray us, but they lied too?
That would be weird.
Leo jumps off of the top of this tower because he can't live with himself anymore.
And his winged boots spring into action.
Oh, right. I forgot I had those.
I'll hold them if you want.
You can have them after I die, Brandel, for, I think, 5 days, and then they'll stop working. I do really... Leo's gonna head over here, and he will fly down because he can do that. And he's gonna, like, really look at these jars.
As
maybe
you
not...
head to the edge here, Leopold, a dreadful thought goes through your mind. Previous, when you destroyed this crystal dais, after you rested for an hour, it suddenly reformed. Your eyes dart quickly to the shattered constructs for any sign of them reforming, but the crystal shards seem to be still.
That was a good fake out, Adam. Good job.
Trying to set the tone here.
You got me. I was literally... I took my finger off the button, and I was like, no fucking way.
All right, so you wanna investigate the jars, it sounds like.
Please.
All right, so each of these little alcoves in here that you sort of reach in and you're trying to extract the jars to get a better look at them, or you're just eyeballing them?
Let's eyeball them for right now, and then we'll start handling them after I get a kind of a baseline, maybe.
All right, so there's obviously a total of 8 jars in this room, 1 in each of the 8 alcoves, 4 on the east side of the room, 4 on the west side of the room. You can see that each jar seems to have some kind of a symbol upon it. The first one here is the symbol of a sword. The second one is the symbol of a crystal ball. The third one is the symbol of a wand. The fourth one is a symbol of a book. When you then go to the west side of the room, starting from the north going down, the first one is the symbol of a cat. The next one is the symbol of a staff. The next one is the symbol of a crossbow. And the final one is the symbol of a battle axe.
These don't look big enough to have battle axes in them, do they?
They're decent size, so I would say perhaps 3 feet tall and probably maybe 2 feet in diameter or something along those lines.
Oh, they might.
Leo, what's your plan?
I was just going to look at it, and if it looked like something that we could use, I was just going to take it, and if it didn't, I was going to smash it.
Sure. Well, we could look for traps first, or I can move my mage hand and kind of pull it towards us.
Brandel, can you do the magic detection thing, or is it all messed up in here right now, the way this place is set up?
Well, I think I can because I have a wand that I could use.
If you could see if there's any latent things going on here, perhaps?
Okay, Adam, I'll take my wand out and I'll shake it, and it doesn't quite work, and I kind of hit it on my arm. Shake it. There. Now I'm going to use one charge of Wand of Detect Magic.
Okay, and was that a 60-foot range or 30?
I think it's Detect Magic. Let me just click it real quick and see.
Is it the actual spell, or are you just like one use?
I think you get to use one charge. You get to use as if you're casting Detect Magic. Makes sense. So up to 10,
Nice.
then it's 30 feet.
Nice.
30 feet. So this first jar here does have an aura of magic from inside of it. The rest would be only what you can see of your companions.
Can you tell what kind of magic it is?
I can.
I believe this one is going to be transmutation inside of the jar.
All right.
You guys want to walk around with me? I'm sure they're all magical.
Let's
let's pick one, right? We'll pick one to open. Oh, you mean to check the others out beforehand?
Right. I just want to see kind of what all of them are that we're dealing with, and then
Yeah, since my wand seems to be working at the moment.
I do vote that we pick one of the corner ones, just because in case whatever's in it tries to, like, if it's a creature or something, and they try to book it to the coffin, we'll have the most time to stop them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I'll walk
run
here.
faster.
What does this other one read?
You do not detect any magic. You'd have to get in front of that little circular thing so you can actually look in the alcove to see the jar. Yep, perfect, just like that, but it does not detect as magic.
This is where I die, guys. I mean, I shouldn't carelessly run up, right?
Let's just figure out what all of them have got going on, and then we'll.
Maybe Lexi could get down here with us.
Bye!
Lexi! I shout at 100 feet away.
I feel much better now. Okay. I wouldn't step on the diamond there if I were you. I'm gonna move up here and die. Detect magic here.
This one is also not magical.
Okay, I'm assuming everyone's moving up with me. I don't want to be caught in a technicality.
The intent is to flank Brandel the entire way.
This one is also not magical.
Okay, guys, over here. Don't step on that glowy diamond thing.
Stay away from the crystal things.
Not magical. Not magical. And not magical. And not magical.
Well, that settles it. This one.
All right. Now, to your point, Ranvan, since there might be something in there or it might explode, do we want to spread out a little? I can do it. I'm fairly rejuvenated after that short rest.
I wonder if you gave
I'm
yourself...
feeling good too. I can take it.
I wonder if you give yourself a proper pep talk, you might guide yourself a little better with your attempts.
Boy, you are the smartest one here, Brandel. I'll nod at Ranvan, and I will cast guidance on him. And I'll say, all right, I guess take a look inside.
Okay, I'll go see what is it.
So your goal here, Ranvan, just to confirm, is to take the jar out of this area and get it out into like the main area and then inspect it?
How big is this area? Could I crawl in and open it there?
You could, but it'd be really tight. You'd be squeezing at that point as you're crawling inside.
I think I'm doing that.
Okay, fair enough. So you crawl inside to this narrow area. The jar itself, like I say, is between 2 and 3 feet tall, and you can see that there is a sword drawn on in a fine artistic hand onto the canopic jar.
And it's 2 to 3 feet tall. How tall's the ceiling here?
Like 4 feet tall.
Okay. Is there a lid on it, or can I look inside?
Yeah, there's a lid on it.
I will work to remove the lid.
All right, you unstopper this lid, and it kind of pops out, and when it does, you get a very strange odor that suddenly fills this area.
All right, well, I'm gonna move away from it.
Okay. I kind of wait for the dust to settle a little bit, and then try and peek inside.
Do you have dark vision, or are you bringing a light source with you?
I will cast light.
Fair enough. All right, so this area is not particularly dark, but inside the jar itself is a little bit dark. As you cast the light spell here and light up inside, you notice what looks to be an eyeball connected to an optic stem inside of here, as well as some type of a piece of jewelry.
I'll pick up the piece of jewelry, and I'll hand it out of the entryway to someone outside. Figure out what this is.
You hand back what looks to everybody else like an eye patch.
And then I'm gonna look at the eye, and does it look like, is the eye looking around? Is it looking at me?
Nope. It looks. I mean, if you had to guess, you would almost imagine somebody pulled somebody's eyeball out and it was still connected to the optic stem, and they just sort of tossed it into the jar.
Yeah, Ramban's gonna say, "Well, you're not gonna believe this," and he'll reach in and pick it up.
Okay, you have an eyeball.
And he'll bring it out. Look at this. It was in there.
Is the odor still pungent? Or we feel effects by it? I don't...
Nope, especially not from that distance. It smells almost like a stale, fleshy, or medicine-y kind of smell. You're imagining that whatever is inside the jar combined with the eyeball is probably causing this off odor.
Okay, I'll walk closer then. What did you find?
It looks like an eyeball.
So is this like a swapped out organ, or is this one of her original ones?
What was the thing they said? Now that they've accepted a part from him, he can see them?
Something like that. I'm skimming through Randall's journal here to see if I can just grab Randall's book and start reading it.
And for clarification here, Brandel, your detect magic is triggering on the eye patch.
Okay, yeah, so the eyeball might actually be a donation, right? Because there's donors and recipients, and so this Valen can implant something in someone's body, and then you can operate or see through that person, and someone needs to donate. So I think that eye belongs to somebody, and that eye patch is very interesting. Do you mind if I have a look at that?
Here you go.
The eyeball is not magical. That's my conclusion.
Should we investigate the eyeball, or am I going to just put this back in the jar?
I say we keep it for some reason.
I think if these are like the donations, maybe we can undonate them. There was that ritual that really the book didn't just alluded to. Maybe we can still find that somewhere in here.
Okay, but there is one thing about this that we need to deal with right now.
Yes.
I don't want to carry it.
Fair enough.
I'll carry
Lexi.
it.
Yeah, okay. I was going to play parchment, paper, shears with you, but or boulder, paper, parchment, shears.
Shears always wins against paper parchment. It's too powerful. I've played that one.
Mm-hmm. I'm betting that there are more organs in the rest of these then. Adam, I'm sorry, what was on the jar here?
On this one was a sword that was painted onto the jar.
Sword, all right.
So, was it the eye of someone who was a fighter or a swordsman?
That seems like that could be true.
So, if they had to leave an eye, then wouldn't this be the worst place to leave an eye patch? Because you would need that eye patch after losing the eye.
Good point. Well, maybe they didn't have a choice, or maybe the eye patch was covering. Well, they didn't need the eye patch because they would have had Valen's eye in there, so they don't need to cover up their eye anymore, right? I don't know how this works.
At what point do they need the eye patch then?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, Ranvan.
Well, it depends what the eye patch does, and just give me about 8 more minutes.
You do the thing, Randall.
Some might consider this defiling, but if this guy's evil, I'm thinking it's okay. I guess we'll go continue the undonations.
I think we should undonate them, or at least let's all collect them, and then we could still maybe figure out something to do with them.
I'll head in here to unstopper this one, and hopefully, or I guess hopefully not, find a body part.
All right, as you squeeze into this alcove and check out this jar, this again has a crystal ball painted upon it. And as you work out the stopper, a similar smell inside. The light spell still going on that you have here. Looking inside, you notice that there is a body part, but it's hard to really make out exactly what it is. Give me a medicine check here, Rand Von Blind. Yeah, actually, maybe you've seen this grimly so, because you would not be able to observe this body part unless a person was slain, but this looks to you like a brain stem.
Okay, this is an important one, and I don't know how they were able to donate this one. Geez. Okay, so when somebody gets there's the thing that connects like your brain to the rest of you, and this is like this goes right there.
Well, put it in the bag.
I'll hold it.
Okay, and he'll pick it up like the edges of his fingers and hand it over to Lexi. Ooh, this is not good. There's nothing in there either. He didn't get like an eye patch or anything.
I think one of them got a raw deal.
I don't know what this guy could have gotten back. I mean, this isn't one of those things that I'm pretty sure there's no transplanting. It's like at the moment it's out, you're in trouble.
I'm not sure either, but I guess we don't really know how the whole thing works. Maybe there was another something that was involved.
What was the picture in this one?
It was a crystal ball.
Yep.
Crystal ball.
Right. I'm writing them down.
I think we're just gonna keep repeating this. The only thing different is Ramvon's going to hold his breath when he opens the stopper this time.
Okay, fair enough. This next one has the picture of a wand on the jar, and when you open this, you recognize a pair of kidneys inside of the jar.
Okay, this is another one of the important... Why do you leave two? Oh, man, okay.
Oh, you need both, don't you?
There's nothing else in the jar, right? Is the bottom of the jar, like, dust or empty?
It looks empty, but it definitely has this off odor.
Okay. Alright, here are these. Oh, boy.
And this is the wand, right?
Yep, the wand has
right.
the kidneys, 2 kidneys.
Any luck with that eye patch yet, Brando?
I'm still working on it. I'm focusing here, walking with my spellbook open and not really paying that much attention.
Next one, you see this one has the portrait of a book upon it.
Right, Bookman, what did you get?
Popping open this canopic jar, you notice what appears to be a pancreas that is all shriveled up and looks to be in a very poor state.
I'm actually starting to think that the eye guy got the best deal, even though originally this is another one of those inside bits. He'll hold this one out with his fingers too and hand it to Lexi. What are you holding them in, Lexi?
I'm putting them in the bag with Booger.
Bag of holding?
Your backpack.
Oh, your backpack. I'm sure he loves it.
It seems to be making him happier.
Okay, that's half. I mean, if the others got a gift from it, like that eye patch, they didn't leave it behind.
All right, I assume it's safe to say you're going to repeat this process on all of these?
Painstakingly, yes.
All right, this first one here has the symbol of a cat painted on it, and inside you find a human heart. The next 3 here, Ranvon, which is a staff, a crossbow, and a battle axe, are all empty.
Oh, nothing in these ones. So does that mean that nobody's made a donation there yet?
Matt makes a intuitive leap as Leo looks at Lexi's battle axe, and then he looks back at Brando's staff, and then he looks down at his own crossbow. I think these are for us.
Well, does mean, we should go now.
I think so.
Wait, but if these are for us, wait, let me. I think so. The book.
Brenda, I think we're having the same thought. The coffin must be for me, right?
No, you're not going down, my friend. I'm thinking about the person we're looking for, Myastin. Isn't she a bookworm? Some would call her a high sage of the great hall library of Candlekeep. This is Myastin's pancreas, I firmly say. And I put my quill down on my spellbook.
Oh, yes. I think you're right. You know, actually, the staff one could be Dell, because he's been using that staff lately, too. But either way,
And the book is Lexi, because she's the author, right?
she did write
Yeah,
that
of
book.
course.
She did write that.
And they took it.
Oh, it's a very nice eye patch.
Oh, so here's the results. Eyes of minute seeing. Alright, let me get to my Google. My spellbook's name is Google.
Or you can just compendium it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your book's name is Google. What does that mean? Lots of zeros?
Ah, I got it. Ah, you see these crystal lenses? They fit over your eyes, and if you wear them, you can see much better than normal, out to a range of 1 foot. But you have advantage on intelligence investigation checks rely on sight while searching an area or studying an object within range. It doesn't require attunement, it's quite uncommon.
It's pretty good. It does require?
It does not.
Oh. Oh, okay. I get it now. Crystal lenses. Boy, that'd dry your eyes out, I would think. Maybe they're magical.
Well,
But, yeah.
you're the investigator, it seems to be most successful. This will give you advantage on any investigation checks, so you rely on sight.
I could say the same about you, Brandel.
That's true.
But I'll take them if you're off.
Yeah, I think you should take them. I think you've earned these. My eyes are fine. It's my ears, my hearing that seems to be the most worrisome.
We need to like fix the horn to your ear, and then like put a strap around it so it just stays there, and then you'll be able to hear well all the time. I guess Leo's gonna plop these in his eyeballs, or however they go in.
I didn't see a picture in the compendium. Up to your imagination. You're the artificer.
Yep, yeah, I'm picturing them as contacts for the moment, but I would say certainly with a little bit of time of tinkering, you could switch them to glasses if you wished.
I don't know. I saw the new Batman movie. He had those really cool contact lenses he wore, so I think that works for me. They're contact lenses, but instead of them being soft plastic, they're actually like a hard gem surface, so they probably don't feel very good. But
well,
yeah.
I guess it'd be befitting of Brandel to have some spectacles, right, with his horn of hearing. If it's just for mechanic, because don't you have your investigation's ridiculous.
I was gonna say, because I got a plus 15 to my investigation, so I'm already pretty good.
Okay, I'll take him in case we're separated or I do my own thing. I think that's smart.
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay, yeah, I'll take him and put him on my sheet.
Oh, Leo's gonna help you put him in. He'll be like, "Okay, now stop blinking. No, just you gotta leave your eyes open."
Oh, to go in my eyes?
Yes.
Oh,
Hold on.
Oh. Can you?
That's not
you
so
make
bad.
Them, okay. Blink. You blink a minute. I'm like, oh, these are nice. Thank you.
I'll make you some eye drops so your eyes don't dry out. But after we get through this place.
So if these are made for just seeing up close, maybe whatever the person who left his eye behind, he didn't need them anymore. Lexi, do you still have the eye, right?
Yes, she does. She has all of the human parts.
Oh yeah, I have all of them.
Hand
me this one?
Yeah, and I want to inspect the eye, Adam, to see like Ranvon's. He knows medicine. If he can see any signs of like damage or cataracts on it.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a medicine check, blind. Yes. Yeah. Based on the coloration of this iris and the eyeball itself, you have a feeling that this eye probably was not able to be seen out of. It was affected by some type of blindness.
Okay, yeah, that's it exactly. The person needed this before, and then after losing his eye, he got something that made he didn't need it. Or I guess maybe if he just got rid of the bad eye, there was no need for it at all, and no replacement was given.
I was just thinking also something we might want to try. What was the name of the person that greeted us at the door?
It was Alicia here and Sheer at the main building.
Alicia. I don't know if she's in on the whole thing and knows that her master person has gone crazy, or at least is collecting organs, but maybe we can chat with her and see if she'll be a little more forthcoming if we either threaten her with bodily harm or tell her that 3 glass golem things just tried to pummel us to death.
Well, I don't mind talking with her, but keep in mind, she is our way out. The portal is activated by her, and Sheer has told us that if she's the one who's going to get us back. And I don't think my teleport spell will work in this environment.
Right. So we probably shouldn't threaten her then. We can do that. We can go back. We didn't really look too closely at the room that Valen's first unit was in.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to that room with the unit, with the pool. It's a divination pool. I like that idea.
I don't know. Maybe you can figure out something with it. I just... I feel like we could find out more about Valen and how to maybe defeat her, exploring all these rooms that have tried to kill us so far, before we head and really try and confront her, if that makes sense.
Wow, it's an excellent idea. Actually, we backtrack and check out that room with the reflection pool.
What are these people supposed to get if they leave something? Well, we can walk and talk, but I can't remember what they got out of it.
They get to be in the service of the great seer. It's quite an honor. Hey, lucky I don't do that to you guys. Would you guys be willing to be donate a body part to be?
No.
One guy left a heart, so it must be something good.
Well, honestly, Brandel, I would. If you asked and you needed one, I would give you a kidney.
Oh, that's very kind. I'll give you mine, but it's probably shrivelly.
I think yours is probably done for, but,
I'm surprised you didn't have a spot for your saggy balls.
Oh, and Lexi, since we're on the topic, if I need a liver, I'll get it from somebody else. Thank you.
What, my liver's not good enough for you? My liver's very experienced.
I was waiting for Brando to just cast telekinesis and throw Lexi off the ledge.
Adam, fast travel us.
Sure. Where is it that you're trying to get to?
The reflection pool, or the divination pool.
And safe to say you're going to take the same path that you took there before?
Yes.
All right, I'll ask you guys to stop moving for a moment as I will group you together. All right, so you guys go south through these doors, pass through them, pass through a separate set of doors, pass through the dais room, follow the long hallway here and find yourself back in front of the room with the other section.
Has the 10 minutes for Brando's first detect magic gone by, you think?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Alright, can we get another description out of him?
You sure can, yes. Dark swirls of noxious steam fill the circular chamber, whose floor is taken up mostly by a large reflecting pool. Runes carved into the pool's rim glow faintly, and heat shimmers off its fetid water. On the far side of the pool's edge is where you first spotted that figure, but of course it is not here now.
That's a foul odor.
Doesn't smell very good. Can I think you said there was runes and stuff around this thing or something. I guess, can Leo make a circuit around the perimeter of this, see if there's some obvious, since this thing is all nasty and fetid, is there like, I don't know, is there like a dead body in there, or is there, I don't know, something that might be corrupting it or polluting?
All right, so it sounds to me like you would like to do a circle around the pool and see if you can hear and or see anything that sticks out.
Yeah, or see if any, I guess, signs of obvious tampering with whatever this thing's got going on.
All right, so based on your passive perception, Leopold, as you make your way around the pool, you can certainly hear the sound of the water bubbling, though because of all this noxious steam, it's hard to get a good visual on it. Once you get to the back side of the pool, you notice in this back corner is a small cabinet.
Jackpots! Can I investigate for traps?
Sure, yeah, give me a investigation check. You do not believe there are any traps on this cabinet.
Is there any writing, or is it plain?
There is no writing on this, and again, keeping in mind that this steam kind of fills this area, it's a little bit obscure.
I guess then, next question, how big is this cabinet?
Not very large, maybe 3 feet tall and a couple feet wide.
All right. I'll open it.
Okay, you open the cabinet, and in opening the cabinet, you find that it contains some sticks of incense, several candles, a bowl of polished stones, and what looks to be an amethyst pendant that has some kind of inscribing upon it.
Leo, hurry up, get out of there. This smell is worrying me.
I'll grab all those things.
Okay.
And nothing. I'll just kind of reach in there and just make sure there's no false bottom or backs or hidden triggers or anything like that.
You sure can. Give me a blind roll, please. No, nothing that you find of any kind of false bottom or back.
Okay, I'll head back, present my spoils.
All right, so you circle back around the pool and head back with these objects in hand.
Let's get out of the room, guys. I don't like that place. It stinks.
What'd you find?
There's an amulet. I'm sorry, Adam, tell me more.
Sure thing. Now you can see these things a bit more clearly, so it's easier. The thing that sticks out to you right away is an amethyst pendant inscribed with an open eye. It looks reasonably valuable. Other items you found were 12 sticks of incense, several candles, a bowl of polished stones.
I'm gonna pop another wand. Screw it. I'm gonna use another charge of wand of detect magic.
Okay.
Any of those items signify magic?
None of that.
Well, I've got it up. Why don't you go in there, Brenda, and take a look?
Okay.
You try to look through the hazy smoke as you also hold your breath very, very distractingly so. You don't find any kind of magic as you make a quick circle around the pool.
And I can see invisibility, just as a reminder, up to 10 feet.
You see a lot of hazy smoke in the area, but no invisible creatures.
Does the pool look magic at all?
Yeah, with my detect magic, is there anything popping? That's the runes might be, I'm sure.
The pool itself is not magical, no.
It's just a disgusting pool.
Well,
That eye really doesn't have anything? I mean, that looks like one of those things where... that's very diviny, right?
Pendant with an open eye, yes. It's quite beautiful, but I'm not sensing anything magical from it.
Does the eye look like a gem of some kind, like a carving, or a real eye?
Let's see, it's an amethyst pendant inscribed with an open eye. So I would say, yeah, it's just jewelry, filigree that makes it look like it has the open eye.
And that thing's not going to track us or anything, right?
We're being tracked already.
yeah,
As you look at the multitude of eyes and the crystal walls following your every movement.
Well, I mean, one less can't hurt.
Well,
So I did a thorough check around this thing with detect magic, right? And my wand didn't pop anything, so we could leave. Basically, what I'm thinking.
there's nothing magical, at least. Well, I think there was the room we were just in with the sarcophagus thing had another door going out of it, and then also there was the original Hall of Mirrors that we all got messed up in, that we probably missed something in. We can go check, or we could go talk to Elise, the lady at the beginning of this place.
Alessia.
Thank you.
Well, I don't sense some urgency, except that my Aston is still missing, and might be in danger. But nothing's roaming the halls trying to attack us.
Leo wants to go and look down this hallway to make sure that's true. And there's nothing down here. Or this one. All right.
I say we keep going. Finish this off, and then we'll leave.
So the room we were just in, and we'll just keep heading through that door?
No, I don't want to go back to the coffin anymore.
Well, there was there some other... Let's go down here. I think there was a couple of paths we didn't take, right?
And we could stay on the upper ledge in the coffin room and, see the door to the north of it.
Alright, so as you make your way up to here, Leopold, you notice kind of a strange effect looking through these translucent walls. So the first thing that you notice, this path actually does continue straight to your east. So even though visually it looks like it's blocked off, the reason for that is that you notice there is another crystal hallway that sits on top of this crystal hallway going to the north. This crystal hallway goes underneath that other crystal hallway and continues going to the east. So if you wish to continue following this path, I can put you on the other side.
Oh.
Does that make sense? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I get it. I imagine there's not an entrance from here into this upper hallway?
Correct. There is no seemingly opening or any way to get to that other one.
So this thing starts somewhere.
Is that the is that the hallway that we took to the coffin, or we went under this before?
We went under it, I think. I do believe. Yeah. Why don't you put me on the other side there, Adam?
Is it fair to say that everybody wants to pass through this to the other side? There's nothing obviously dangerous right on the other side. I'll mention.
Sure. To get our bearings. Yep.
Right. All right.
All right. You walk underneath the crystal hallway on top of the crystal hallway that you're in, and you notice the passage continues to your east.
There's no way to enter that hallway that we went under, right, Adam?
No. You notice Leopold looking for that same thought, but it didn't seem like there's any way to get there. Not from here, anyhow.
We can maybe figure swing around and see if we can get there from up here. Maybe interact with door.
As you approach this area, you notice the crystal doors here. I'm going to go ahead and lock tokens for a moment. So as you open this door here, Leopold, remember that these are transparent doors or translucent doors, so you're able to see inside slightly. As you open this door, you notice the ceiling of this room is supported by 4 crystal columns with eye-shaped capstones. A dozen thick cushions are scattered around the room, in the center of which a dragonborn lies in a pool of dried blood on the floor. A dagger and an oblong rock broken into 2 pieces lie near the body's outstretched arms.
Did we didn't go this way originally, did we?
No, this is much different.
I would have remembered these cushions.
My wand is probably still going 10 minutes, right? I'm going to step up
I would say so.
Anything within 30 feet into the room?
No magic detection other than what you bring with you.
Yeah, we'll step out. Does anything happen?
Nothing seems to happen.
All right. He'll go over to this corpse. Ranvan, why don't you take a look and figure out how he died?
Okay, let me take a peek.
As you investigate this body, Ranvan, I would say, first of all, Brandel, recognizing or maybe recalling what Silveria told you, you remember that Myastin was indeed a dragonborn. As you look over this female dragonborn body, Ranvan, you realize that the body looks as though the body was cut open with a dagger, which you can see that there is this blade on the ground here. And you can see that based on your medicine roll, it looks like an organ was pulled out of the body. The organ itself looks like to be the shape of a rock, but you recognize it that it resembles, it looks rocky, but the shape itself resembles that of a pancreas.
Yes! Ha ha ha! I knew it! And Brandel exclaims.
Okay,
Put it back!
It's a female dragonborn, and she's missing a pancreas. So
it's my Heston. Lexi, give Ranvan the
Yeah.
pancreas.
Here you go.
Fix her, Ranvan. Fix, and I push Ranvan. Fix her.
I can't just. It doesn't just. I think she's been dead for a while now. There are limits.
I think, if anything, the act of taking out whatever's in there and putting her original back in might do something.
Is there something in place of the kidney?
So the pancreas object...
the pancreas.
There's nothing inside the body right now. Your impression, based on your medicine check, is that the rock-like pancreas was carved out of this body.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought there was a rock in the body.
No. How did she die from those wounds, Ranvan?
Almost certainly.
Okay. I can't believe it. I'm actually thinking tonight. It's kind of funny. Okay, so Myastin, willingly or unwillingly, had her pancreas taken and was replaced with these stones, and she cut them out.
Sounds like
in regret, maybe, because remember she ran from Candlekeep and no one knew why. maybe she unwillingly or became a part of this to gain greater knowledge and then regretted it and tried to cut it out. She's a good person. She was duped and stuck in this room of fretting of her decision and fighting for her life, and she was compelled to do this last act to try to free her from the vile Valen.
Well, we don't have to wonder. Do you still have that incense? I could cast Speak with Dead, and we could just ask her ourselves.
Leo's gonna hand over all that incense, and while Ranvan's getting ready, he's just gonna make sure there isn't any other, like, I don't want to say I'm gonna loot my Aston, but I'd like to see if she had anything else on her.
A quick check of my Aston's body reveals a sheaf of papers in an inside pocket.
Here's something. Do you let's read through this real quick, and then if there's something pertinent, we can ask my Aston, or you can, Randall.
Let me read those.
Here, use your new contact lenses.
Okay, yes, I can read really close. And obviously still nothing's... I moved in a little bit, but nothing's pinging on my detect magic.
Nope, not within range, no.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read. Okay, Ranvan, yeah, do what you need to do. Okay, I'm gonna read these papers.
Yeah, so this seems to be in the hand of my Aston. You're guessing these are almost like quickly taken notes, and you notice it states, in order to destroy the Mummy Lord permanently, its heart must be destroyed.
I flip it on the other side. That's it?
Think of this as sort of like a variety of hand-taken notes, but that is the summary of what you pull out of it.
Okay.
Okay, so as long as we can find its heart, then we can kill it.
Don't we have a heart? From the cat jar.
All right, so for questions, what are we thinking here? How about why did you remove your own kidney, or do we know that one?
Pancreas, actually.
Sorry, they're similar. They're close.
Well, actually, they're not. You see, the human body, this is where the kidney is, and never mind, you know already.
Well, when you've been dead long enough.
I mean, I think we probably figured out why she took it out, but we can confirm it. And I think the big thing is if she knows who has the heart, or where the heart is, if it's in another person, or if it's...
Yeah.
Okay,
that's good.
So
where's the heart? Yeah, we saw your notes. Where's the heart, so we can kill Valen? She's gonna say, I don't know. But how about, how can we find it? Maybe might be better. Like, let's try to stay away from yes or no answers. Like, open-ended questions are the best here. I don't know. Like, how do we find the heart? She could say, I don't know. Yeah, any open-ended questions would be good.
Yeah, that's good. Why don't we ask? I don't know. I want to know if there's places here that we should. Where is Velen? If she can tell us. And then, is there any other room that we really should go to in here before we go to Velen?
And then Ranvan gets to say one of his questions, like, who would
What
you like
color
to
do you
notify
like?
your next of kin?
Yes, I think that's probably.
Okay, well, maybe one of these will make us want to ask a follow-up question anyway. But I'll start the ritual here.
So you're casting this as a ritual, so a little over 10 minutes.
Sorry, I said that without realizing that it was a D&D term too at the time. This is not a ritual spell.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so you're starting with your first question there as written.
Yep. Why did you remove your stone kidneys?
You notice the corpse's head turns towards
you
and set. Okay, you want to switch that with pancreas?
Oh, I don't know why I can't keep those two straight in my head. Randvon can, I can't.
The animated corpse of Myastin looks towards you, its eyes filled with this grayish-white energy. Its mouth opens and speaks in the voice of the grave, and it says, "Fouled."
We should put some more definition in our second question. Where is the mummy's heart?
Valen's heart.
Valens.
Okay, well, let's ask where he is first then. Where is Velen?
Observatory of Fate.
And where is Velen's heart?
With a supporter.
I'm thinking that's probably all she knows, because she'd tell us if she knew, right?
Oh. Continue.
What do you think? Should we ask about rooms we should go to, or
we should ask who the supporter is?
Observatory is.
Ask who the supporter. Who's the supporter?
I think that's worth a question.
Where is the supporter who has the heart?
You notice suddenly as the voice speaks, the voice changes, no longer sounding like the voice of the grave. It instead says, "I look forward to you introducing me to your souls." And with that, you notice the animated body returns to its still state.
I've used this magic quite a bit, and that's a first for me.
Well, he's been messing with me since we've got here. Alright. Observatory, well, we won't go there. We're looking for the heart. Who's the supporter? Who's here that supports
do you think any of that is trustworthy now?
Well, I think the first three,
the voice changed.
Yeah, I think the supporter is Alicia. How about that?
It's, I think, the only other one in here. If anything, she's probably the one to ask, but I do believe she I mean, regardless of being the supporter, I know she is, on Velen's side, at least as far as she was aware of her activities. I'm not sure, but she definitely has been serving her for a long time, so that's probably not a bad place to at least start figuring out who has it, if it's not her.
Okay, before we go, I do have, I could cast Commune with the Helm of Torm. We could ask it, does Alicia have the heart? Maybe some other pertinent questions. Is the heart on this plane?
Does Alicia know where the heart is? Might be best, because it's probably not in her pocket.
I have a feeling, well, I don't know, it's a lot of unknowns here, but Velen may be able to intercept that as well.
And that's me talking to the god. It's not silly divination magic or necromancy magic. They can't mess with this.
It's very powerful magic.
What's the first part of that? All right. Give it a shot.
Does Alicia know where Valen's heart is? How about that?
Okay, so does Alicia know where the heart is? I get
not Valen's heart.
Does Alicia know where Velen's heart is? And what else?
We're gonna get called on a technicality. Sorry.
See, by the time you guys get access to wish spells, you're going to have this thing down.
Oh man, we'll be in trouble. Adam will make the gold we wish for appear over top of us and crush us because it weighs 5,000 pounds.
It's too overwhelming. I just wish that I could. could fly. They'd make it simple.
Well, man, we'll be in trouble. Adam will make the gold we wish for appear over top of us and crush us because it weighs 5,000 pounds. It's too overwhelming. I just wish that I could fly. They'd make it simple.
It's very powerful magic.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll get wings then, but they'll be like weird skeletal wings or something.
So to clarify, you're using the helm to ask this, or are you still brainstorming questions?
I'm not casting this till we have our 3 questions.
Fair enough.
It's yes and no, right? Or unsure.
Yes or no?
I think it might be worth a question to see if Alicia has the heart, like if she is the recipient of it. I don't know. What's another good one we need to? Yes, there we go, Red Bun. We're just scribbling this all into like Randall's spellbook journal. Just a bunch of pages with a bunch of half-ass notes on them. Yeah. What else? I mean, those are the big things.
We could ask if it's worthwhile to explore the other rooms here if we really don't have anything else.
Right? Or I don't quite remember the semantics that we've learned. Would destroying the organs that we found do anything to Balin?
We need to think about the ritual, right? There's so the reason why putting the pancreas back into Myastin is that there's a ritual that we didn't know much about, right? And I think we need to find that ritual. That's what's happening here. Because I don't know, did we try to put the pancreas back? But I'm sure it requires something, right? And so I think that's the rite of reclamation. That's what it is.
You know, Lexi, just put it in there. Just kind of shove it in and just.
Fine, I'm doing it now.
Very least, she's got it back, and it's hers again.
I'll shove it in there.
Right.
I've forgotten about that rite of reclamation. That probably means we should absolutely not be destroying these organs.
Correct.
Right.
Okay, so we still need a 3rd question before we can start this call. It's long distance, you see.
It's like, 100 gold pieces a minute.
Alright, how about is there anything of value in these rooms we should find?
How about is the rite of reclamation, can we find it in these rooms? How about that? I would like to bring her back to Candlekeep.
I think we all would.
So how about, can we find the instructions for the rite of reclamation in these rooms?
Oh, very fair. Yes, excellent.
Do it.
Okay, and I will use the helm to cast Commune.
Alright, go ahead and post. Alright, yeah.
I got it too.
You can cast this once a day.
Hope that helps.
Alright, so your first question starts with, does Alessia know where Valen's heart is?
That's right.
The answer you get from Torm is no.
Okay, then instead of that, do we ask, is the supporter who has Valen's heart here?
And again, because your deity tries to be, or Torm, I should say, tries to be helpful here and doesn't want to be misleading, he's interpreting this to mean, is the supporter somewhere in the sanctum, this entire area that you're in? And he will say, yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, and then I still think the rite of reclamation is the right 3rd question.
I think so.
Can we find the instructions? Can we find the instructions for the rite of reclamation in these rooms?
Yes.
Oh, this has been good. and no goofy voice. That was good. Thank you, Torm, and I'll hang up.
Torm's a god, and this divination wizard is just a wizard.
Oh, whoops! I tried to collapse that, and I spent that. I'm taking that back.
Yep, no worries.
Hey, it's me again. I just forgot it.
Long time no talk, Torm.
So, yes, I think we got disconnected.
Yeah, it's a butt dial.
Okay.
I'm still laughing.
I just like the visual of Ranvan hanging up, which is like him just like conking the helmet on the side.
You lift up the helmet and put it back down like a receiver.
Perfect.
Imagine he kind of walks away, picks up. Oh, Torb, you're still there. My bad. I didn't realize you're still on the line.
Are you hanging up? I'm hanging up. I'm gonna hang up now.
You hang up first. No, you hang up first.
Okay, well, we know that the Rite of Reclamation is here, and we know the supporter with the heart is here too, and our friend here told us that Velen is here in the observatory, so we should try and avoid the observatory for now and find the Rite of Reclamation, and that's the border.
I agree. I think we can save her.
This is a good feeling. I feel like usually we go into these with little to no information, and now it feels like we really have a goal.
Oh, just wait another minute. We're going to open that door to the east, and it'll all wreck upon us.
Need several more golems or something. Well, okay, so now here's the next question. Do we want to go back and bother Alicia and see if she has any question or comment, and any answers? We can ask her about some of these, some of the jars that had things on them, like if she could figure out who maybe the sword was, or the cat, the
she
heart.
doesn't even know where the heart is, so I
Well,
think that she might not even be involved with this.
But the cat, okay, so the spell book was maybe Brandel, the crossbow was maybe me. The pancreas was books, which was Myastin. So the heart was a cat. So someone that likes cats or is a cat, deals with cats, cat wrangler. Maybe Alicia knows something about that, or maybe there's a room in here with a bunch of cat ladies. I'm not sure.
Because all our names are in the book, guys, we should think of our friends who have died. Well, no, I guess not. That wouldn't have, no.
That guy's name wasn't in the book.
Leopold, I really like you as a person, but sometimes you get these ideas about people being guilty of things without much evidence, and you kind of just go down that path. Maybe we take a step back from Alicia before we go off accusing someone else of crimes they didn't do.
I wasn't going to accuse her of a crime. I was going to ask her about cats.
Well, I think these are, once we find the writ of reclamation, then we need to figure out who the body parts belong to. And I say we start our experiment with Myastin. So we can solve these body parts issues after we find the writ of reclamation.
All right. Rooms that we want to go in.
I want to go in here.
That guilty room to the east.
Let's go. I'm in a good mood. And I'll swing open the door.
Hey, Adam, let me look around her body under these cushions with my new spectacles. I want to investigate if there's something that we're missing around her body. Maybe she was trying to do the writ of reclamation and it's nearby, and she maybe failed or something.
Sure, yeah, you spend a little bit of time looking around the body here, Brandel, but no, you do not spot anything else that has not already been discovered.
Alright.
So the Dragonborn lady there, obviously I kind of thought that giving up an organ was a willing part of the ceremony, but it seems like maybe hers was done forcefully.
Well, maybe she regretted her willing bond. Remember, she was very eager to learn more about Valen, and maybe she was tricked. We should be on our wits, unless we get tricked to do something so vile.
Alright, let's get going.
As you're making your way down this hallway, Ranvan, you kind of start doing the lip smacking, mouth really dry.
Looking down, does it look like we're walking over that hallway we just passed?
No, it does not. You just see the emptiness, dark void of space.
Yep, I'll pull out my water skin and be like, it is dry here, right?
It feels incredibly light.
Okay, did anyone have any water left? I seem to have drank all mine without realizing it.
Sure, I have some. Here you go.
As each of you in turn check your water skins, you find they're all empty.
Does it feel like my mouth is becoming progressively drier?
Nope, you just feel like, this is probably about the time you would take a quick swig as your mouth's kind of dry, and that's what made you think to grab a drink, and realizing that you don't have any water.
Oh man, it's when you run out that you realize how thirsty you are.
We should probably keep going till our water skins fill up again.
Did yours do that?
You continue making your way down this translucent hallway until you get to about there, Ranvan, and you can notice some very interesting artwork in this next room.
I'll like flag everyone to stop and then wave us back some. Step back. Okay, so it looks like really bad. Like there's like runes and stuff. It looks all over the floor. Is that the vibe I got looking at it?
I would say you notice like some shimmering colors that form patterns and images, but hard to make out from where you were.
That room looks big and important. I'm worried we've stumbled on the observatory. Oh, I've got those special goggles on for long range vision. Do I get more information on that?
Right.
No, I would say no. That's all you make out.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Was it? Well, if it's the place, we're probably blown anyway. Ranvan, stick your head past that corner and take a good look.
Okay, I'll give a check to see what I can see in that room. I'll peek around the corner.
The shell of this large spherical chamber begins to shimmer with color, forming patterns and images.
What does it look like the patterns are made out of? Are they like physical things on the floor, or are they runes?
They look almost like images depicted in the middle of the air that sort of float around, meld with one another. It's difficult to make them out from here. They don't seem to be set in stone or keep their shape for very long.
Okay, he'll step back again. Alright, so what we're dealing with is there's like images that are floating around the room. They don't really, and I can't make a pattern for them. The room is very large and circular. It really does just look super important. I'm worried we've gone the right way, which would be the wrong way in this case.
Well,
should we go back?
Leopold or Brandel, one of you should give it the old arcane look.
all right.
Do you want a parchment boulder shears for it?
I'll well, this is divination world. Sadly, I'm quite nerfed, but I'll just take a look in here. I'm gonna go there too. Oh, cool.
You notice very similarly to what Ranvan has just explained to you, these shifting patterns of colors and images that seem to meld and move as though they are made of water or some other type of ethereal material, never quite snapping into place.
It looks bad, right? Like, it's...
Yes, it does.
Okay, now I want to see. Oh. Hello there. What do we think? Is it a magical? Well,
if I'm looking for a writ of reclamation, I wouldn't put it in this room, so I don't mind turning back.
I just can't imagine what good things come from stepping into that room.
do we want to check the corners and make sure Valen's just not pressed up against the wall, waiting for us to come in?
Valen's
Isn't it
watching us
circular?
right now.
There is no corners.
You're not one of those infinite corners kind of guys, are you?
Well, no, it's just, it's round. So, do we want to look in where the sight lines are, or do we want to just back up and go a different direction?
I say we back up, find a proper bookshelf or a library, and we find the writ of reclamation.
Going back.
And Adam, am I saying that right in my memory, or is it called something else? We can start using that word instead.
The right of reclamation?
Yeah.
Nope, spot on.
Oh, sweet.
As you're making your way, though, Brando, suddenly your stomach grumbles a little bit. It's been a while since you've had any food.
Oh, well, no worries. I have an explorer pack here. I'll get a ration out.
As you open your ration, the terrible smell of fouled food, completely moldy, is let before you as you realize all of your rations are nasty and inedible.
My brie.
Wouldn't they get better with time?
No, it's quite delicate. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I'm thirsty and my cheese is ruined.
Just the idea of Fredo reaching into his pocket and pulling out some unrefrigerated brie to take a bite.
I think that means we're not going to make it a day out of here. I mean, we basically are going to run out of food. So, unless someone can make some, Brandvine, is that a thing you can do?
Not today.
And I would say more importantly, you realize that without food and water, your recovery would be severely hampered, aka trying to take a long rest in this state is not really going to work well.
Let's get out of here. Let's get back where water and food are, it's gone.
The way out is through.
Brendel, if you forgot to change your food out, I can lend you some, and I'll check my pack rations.
Yours are also moldy and nasty.
And I stuffed them back without letting him see.
Fair enough. Yeah, you put them back in your pouch. All right, so are you guys continuing to explore to unknown areas, or you're trying to get back to somewhere you've already been?
I'm willing to explore, but we're not due for a long rest for a while, right?
No. You guys have only been in here for a few hours, maybe 4 hours altogether. So yeah, technically you wouldn't be eligible for a long rest for probably another 6 hours or more.
That last one was a bust, but I got a good feeling about this one. Yeah!
As you attempt to open this door, Ranvan, you find that it is locked.
I'll try it again. Yeah! Okay, no.
I'm assuming there's no mechanical lock on the door.
You look towards the door for any type of mechanical lock. You do see what looks to be a keyhole.
We haven't picked up a key yet, have we?
I do not have a key, no.
I think so.
can I search the door for traps, Adam?
You sure can, yeah. You step up and go ahead and throw me a blind investigation check.
I just really want to use the new lenses I got.
You do not detect any traps on this door.
It seems untrapped, but sadly I lack tools to break the lock.
I mean, I could try this old key I've been carrying.
I can just smash it.
Try your key, but maybe before we smash, we just go down this hallway and see if there's anything here.
That's true.
Adam, can I just paste an object into chat? I thought I could. I thought I could click one and it would post it.
If it's set up that way, but I think that one's just a percentage roll, right?
That's right, 5%.
Yep, so just do a slash roll 1d100. We'll see if you get 5 or less. Unfortunately, this key does not seem to fit this lock.
Okay, no, I mean, it wasn't from here, so it's pretty unlikely it would work.
Good thinking.
Even I could portend that in a portent forbidding temple.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm out anyway.
So do we want to try and break it down or find the key somewhere else?
I think Leo's right. Let's just leave that be and see what's up north.
We'll definitely come back and try and break it down after.
Fine.
Oh, here's another door. Maybe your key works in this one.
Well, it can't be locked, right? I mean, the other way was we'd have to go back to the bedroom.
Yeah, open this door?
No.
Lexi, as you attempt to open this door, you didn't spot the small little glyph that suddenly explodes outwards in energy, going around corners even, to hit all of you except for the NPCs, who I couldn't move up fast enough. I will need each of you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no. Well, gotta keep it exciting.
I'm going to flash a genius that, so another 5.
Okay. Okay, so Leo, you will succeed. We'll need one from Silver as well. So everybody else so far has failed. Silver will also succeed. So if you failed, so this is everybody except for Leopold and Silver, you're going to suffer 27 points of thunder damage. Silver and Leopold, you would suffer half of that, so 13. So suddenly you just hear this booming sound as this thunderous energy surrounds the corner, sweeping around and hitting those of you that were struck.
Okay, Lexi. I didn't see it either, and I was actually trying to reach for it myself.
Well, I had bad luck opening doors.
Let's take a look and see if there's any more things that maybe we didn't see. Can I check this stupid door for any more stupid traps?
You can, yes. Give me a blind check for investigation.
Wait, hold up. Okay, you can try it now.
Thanks. Thank you.
You look very carefully around this door, Leopold. You do notice the faint symbol that was there before, but it looks like it is mostly dissolved at this point. You see no other kind of anything dangerous.
By the phrasing mostly, that means not functional anymore, or like really?
I would say, unless there's some kind of trickery at play here, you don't think it is functional any longer.
I think it's okay. I'll open it this time.
All right, you attempt to open this door, but find that it is locked.
Oh my god.
Leo, I thought you could pick locks.
But I don't know. Can Leo look in there and see if there's anything to pick, or is this arcane all the way?
There is certainly a keyhole.
Leo's gonna try and pick this mofo.
All All right, as you bring your thieves' tools to the keyhole, you notice it's almost as though there is an invisible barrier that prevents your thieves' tools from entering into the locking mechanism.
I think he's like trying really hard to shove them in there, and so Lexi, it looks like he's just like straining against nothing.
Think of it as like a super tiny wall of force that prevents your mechanical devices to get inside the keyhole.
It's like magnets when you put the like ends together and you can't make them touch. All right, this door isn't opening either.
Well, it already blew up. Should I just try to hit it again?
Give it a shot. See what old Fate Crescent can do.
You swing out with your battle axe against this crystalline door. It strikes off, seemingly having no effect whatsoever, Lexi. You don't notice any kind of physical movement even of the doors that you would expect from like a standard door. It's as though these doors are completely impervious to your swing.
Nope, not gonna happen, guys.
Well, that leaves us one place to go.
The person that I wanted to talk to, and as Ranvan put it, accused of being a cat.
I mean, we could go back to that room with all the fancy lights, but
It's the fancy light room, yes.
well, there's also the other side of the coffin room, but that might also lead to the room with fancy light. I'm pretty lost.
Well, actually,
right.
wait, did that unit magically put us in that other corridor, right, to get to the coffin room? Because we did the same direction. There's some trickery.
I think actually we went the other way that it led us, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I remember I thought it was strange that we were suddenly being led back the way we came. So I think if we go back to the pool room, we'll keep going past that, and that's the way into the sarcophagus room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'd rather not go into more of these rooms with trials like the mirror and just the lights, and the pool. Like, these are damaging effects, and it really seems to be counterproductive to what we really want to do.
Okay, all right. Then let's very quickly let's get together, and as one, we'll walk to the coffin room.
Okay, so your goal is to head to the sarcophagus room?
Yeah, and if nothing's changed in it, I think we're going to the far end of it, right?
Yeah, to the north, on the upper level.
All right, so it sounds like you guys want to head back, go underneath that crystalline column, the hallway on top of that one, circle past the scrying room, follow that all the way back to the dais room, and then enter into the sarcophagus room. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I will go ahead and zoom you guys there.
Is anything changed in here?
Nothing, apparently, no.
All right, just zoom us here, because we're gonna walk here slowly otherwise.
Fair enough. All right, you guys walk around the ledge to the other side of the room.
Wait. My goodness. Let me think. What do you think is on the other side of those doors? Do you think it's the observatory where Valen is?
I thought the observatory would be where all those fancy lights were.
He wasn't in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we came out. I am going to open this door unless you.
Well, I know we came all this way. Would you think Alicia would know where books are or notes?
Ranvan, hold on.
I'm just
Stop.
thinking that.
Please.
Like,
Come on.
if I know, I'm sorry, but if we're thinking to find the writ of reclamation, it might be in Alicia's care. It might be in her office or someplace.
I think it's worth it to go and ask her about some of these things, and she can tell us to go to hell, go to the 9 hells, which we've already been, at least to one of them, and that's fine. But then we know she may say, "Oh yeah, you need to go to the right of that other room, and then that's right where all this stuff is." Or she had her personal room. Maybe something's in there.
Yeah.
Why do we think that she would know anything? Isn't she just the greeter here?
She goes
No.
back and forth, and she goes back to get food, right? She did say that. She did tell us that.
She's basically Valen's right hand. I think, you know.
Why would she surrender that information to us then?
I don't know, because we asked.
Well, we may ask if there's a library around, or books, or things like that, or notes, or I don't know. I know it's a kind of stretch, but I don't mind talking to her before we open more doors.
We haven't asked her about really any of those things. We also, I mean, if she's in on it with her master, then I mean, obviously she's not going to tell us anything. But maybe she, I don't know, is willfully ignoring all of the people disappearing, or she's coming up with some sort of other delusion to, you know, kind of make herself be all right.
She might also have a cat in her room as a companion, and we'll know that her heart is what's missing.
Is in the cat.
No.
So as we are at the end of our session time here, to try to give us a good ending point, is you guys' plan to head back to Alessia's quarters and try to speak with her?
I think so, because at least, I don't know, I'd like to know, maybe she is a donor, like maybe she has a cat and that's her human heart, and we would learn from that too.
And if she isn't, then, you know, we'll just go back here and open this door, and then I guess, I mean, really, it's either this door or her that are the last two things.
I mean, I just wish you'd decided before. I'm very thirsty.
So, just again, to try to leave us in a good point here, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scoot you guys all over to Alessia's room here. I'm going to assume you've approached the door to try to speak with her. You're going to find that it's locked. Fair to say you guys would probably knock on the door at this point?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Alessia would eventually open this door for you, and as you just kind of get a peek into her room, you notice this room is furnished with a simple cot, a small footlocker, a round table and chair, and a wooden cupboard with one door ajar. Small figurines of cats set along the top of the cupboard are the room's only decoration. A folding screen obscures the far corner of the room. And that is where we'll go ahead and pause for our session tonight, as that will give you guys some ideas of what to do next week. So we'll see you guys next week as we continue the adventure.
Leo instantly looks over at Randvon. Says, I told you so.
Yeah, she's the cat lady. Sweet job. Good job, guys. But thinking brains are on tonight, I tell you that much. Great battle and everything.
We made it.
You survived the battle, yes. All right, great session, guys. We'll see you all next week.
See you next week.